And we are back here once again with another episode of the Iron Man podcast, episode 546. Going to be another rendition of Saturday Smackdown. And there's a lot to Smackdown this week. There is R. Kelly accusations. Sorry, Chris Tyson accusations. We also have Olympic bullshit. To be fair, people, the reason why I will never comment on certain things is because if I don't care, if I'm not that interested, I don't comment on them. That's not to downplay anyone's feelings if you've been invested into it, but it's just not my thing sometimes. You know, it's just what I do. I don't talk out my ass unless I'm rizzing up the ladies, actually. And then, as you guys know, today, Marvel is going to have their San Diego Comic-Con Hall H appearance very, very soon. But we'll cover all those announcements pretty much potentially on Monday anyway. Usually kind of want to do that anyway because you don't want to get too caught up in hype where you're not thinking clearly. We had Deadpool and Wolverine that dropped this week as well. And if people don't know, I dropped my first episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater. It's on the channel right now. You can go check it out. I will be doing this for other movies as well coming up. I'll be doing this for M. Night Shyamalan's Trap, Alien Romulus, and See No Evil, which is with James McAvoy, who used to be Charles Xavier in the previous Fox X-Men movies, actually. And it's very rare. I don't know how rare that is, like for someone to get recasted and be just as good as the original person who portrayed the character. It's a very rare anomaly we have there with those two. But
let me ask you guys just real quick: has everyone here actually seen the latest Deadpool Wolverine movie, or is it just being?
I have.
So we've all seen it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about spoilers or anything like that.
We're doing an open spoiler discussion tomorrow, actually. Doing a full one of that. So if you guys want to get fucking spoiled, come tomorrow, actually. But I did a spoiler-free review, a part of my vlog, actually. And like I told you before, if you go to the movies and have fun with it, I expect you to. It's a fun, enjoyable movie. You'll actually have a great time. I mean, there was a part I can't say that just... God, man, why does Deadpool gotta have a fat butt? That man got a fat, firm butt.
Yeah, there was a lot of homoeroticism in that movie, so right up your alley there.
Hell yeah, I love when two guys just get it on. You know, I love Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast. Good lord.
No, you said guys, not man and child.
Yeah, you know that's the crazy thing now. It's everyone is gonna highly speculate if he actually do. But I want to make sure you guys understand this. He can never admit that. If he ever admits he knew his closest friend was messaging underage women, and he knew about that.
In his Discord that he was on and probably saw half the messages that are being posted.
Do you know how canceled he would get? Do you know how fast YouTube would get rid of that guy? And by get rid of him, he just won't be as promoted enough. I was like, he can't theoretically be canceled. He's too rich for that. But you know how much his likability will go down? He could never admit he knew his best friend was like that. He can't. That is actually brain suicide. I'm actually glad he didn't do that. It's actually a smart business decision.
That's why he's getting a third party to investigate the allegations.
I'm gonna throw that really quick.
Right, not clean up for him.
So this happened in
here's what he told the third party: shred everything. That's
right. Because are we supposed to believe that one, he didn't know, and two, he wasn't a participant in some way?
Yeah. Well, this is what's worse.
Fucking break.
This is what's worse for Mr. Beast because Chris Tyson wasn't just like some like run-of-the-mill producer that he worked on a couple of episodes with but didn't really know very well. It's like this is his best friend for like his entire adult life. So it's like if Chris was into some really serious questionable stuff, there's literally no way that Mr. Beast had absolutely no idea about it. That's
exactly. The only thing that I will say on him potentially not knowing is I've known some close people over the years and I've never known certain things about them. But we don't know them. We don't know their dynamic like that to know that. You know, I don't know it that well. You know,
did you share a Discord with them and work with them on a daily basis?
Yeah. And I mean, it's one thing to be like internet friends and not know like a person in everyday life. I mean, these people were joined to the hip for many years. Like when he said that, oh, by the way, I'm firing Chris Tyson from Mr. Beast. It's like, okay, great. Remove Chris from all your videos. You would have like 3 videos in your entire catalog.
Right.
He's in every single one.
Also, keep in mind, Chris, and I almost caught myself. Chris said he willingly dropped out of the company. Mr. Beast said he fired him. Oh, and the other thing where he said he was going to launch a third-party investigation. Now, keep in mind, people, I have my big Mr. Beast video coming. I'm going to do it tonight after the show I was going to do it yesterday, but Iron made me clout chase on his show, so I went over there and gave him some clout first. This organization, esports organization called TSM, did the same thing that Mr. Beast did. So this is how stupid this sounds. So they were accused of basically conflict of interest and malicious intent with tampering with like the certain things happening at the time. I can't go into specifics. I don't remember them. I don't want to miss say anything. The company owner quite literally said they were going to launch an investigation internally. Okay, so people understand how stupid that sounds. That means that the TSM's owner, who was Reginald, Andy Din, launched an investigation on his own company from himself. Do you know how unbelievably stupid that sounds? That means Mr. Beast basically said, I'm launching an internal investigation from me. What?
Yeah. It's literally like when our government went, yeah, we bombed the children's hospital, but it's not a war crime according to our investigation, so we're clear. Like that's essentially what happened there.
Now people know, like,
according to us, it wasn't a crime. So we're
the FBI is investigating how the FBI could have done this.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Yeah, we looked into our own company and we found no wrongdoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Who's this independent third party? Pokimane? Is that the independent third party of this investigation? Like, what are you talking about?
You know what? What is it? A conspiracy theory that I'm going to bring up in the video too is it's really convenient how Mr. Beast does the big streamer collab, and then a week later, all this accusations comes out. I want people to understand how much underhandedness goes on with some of these people, and then super go, how do you know? Keep in mind, I'm not saying that I do, but I want you guys to highly think about these things, not just 1 + 1 = 2. I know some of the average person thinks. Okay, think in your head. Why, if a situation like this does happen, why would Pokimane or Valkyrae or Kai Cenat speak out? Keep in mind, if they just got invited to a Mr. Beast event to collab on his channel, remember his channel is the highest subscribed YouTube channel on this planet. Even though they're big themselves, do you know what a big connection that is for future collabs and everything? Almost indirectly, they are tied to him. So if they speak out against him, he would be like, oh, damn, you spoke out against Chris. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to cut you out of the next collab. That's how it works. Yeah, he might not directly say that, but it's heavily implied. If you say certain things in certain moments in time about certain people, people go, yeah, I got to cut ties. That's just how it works. You know, now I doubt it because they're girls. Girls get a free pass for quite literally anything and everything. Because Pokimane worded her response good. The first part is good. She's like, oh, this is bad and this is wrong. Okay, cool. Second part is, but don't label all trans. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
this is why. God, man, women. Why do women always
guys,
do this?
Let's not use this pedophile as the example to ream all trans people, even though this pedophile just so happens to be directly involved with at least 3 other trans people who also have questions about pedophilia in their lives as well. It's totally unrelated. Unrelated, people.
Yeah, both. And then, well, I would give credit to Valkyrae. She kept it pretty consistent. But I was like, wait, hold on. You said it was wrong. Okay, we don't disagree with that. But she's like, but don't use this to. No one was doing that. Why are women so stupid?
They all went hard in the paint with Dr. Disrespect, right? Like they all went hard on him because they knew that there was no possibility in future collaborations. If they go hard on the paint on this situation, they all know is all roads lead back to Jimmy. If I break up with the largest YouTuber in the game, then it's like, oh no, what about my clout?
Oh, keep in mind.
Well, they also have the Alphabet Mafia to worry about. You know. Oh, we can't be accused of transphobia.
They weren't even going to say anything. People don't remember because I have it all compiled in this big video coming. XQC actually called them all out first. He called them all out first. Now, I do want to be fair. Valkyrae and Pokimane didn't exactly speak about it until the Dr. Disrespect tweets came out. But it's just really weird that it took basically XQC going, hey, why aren't you guys talking about this? This is kind of like really important though. This guy's got ties to like a lot of kids based off his YouTube content. And then that's when the tweets came out. You know, so I will give it to some of them. Maybe some of them aren't as NPC'd as we like to think. But then again, someone like XQC is really, really rich. Like, people factor in, if you're at his level, you can't really be like taken down on a certain money aspect. Like, what are you gonna do? Take his money away? Guy makes millions of dollars just streaming every day. There are some people where you can't hurt them at all, and it's glad. And I'm actually glad someone like him came out and said, hey, we gotta talk about this. You can't just like sweep it under a rug. I mean, then you have the Moist Critical Sneeko argument where Moist Critical is talking about kids, chopping off areas if it's consensual with the parents. And it's like, I don't you can't word this argument any better than you can. Let's just, because when he says kids, they're thinking age is like what, 6 to 10. All right, so kids from the age of 6 to 10 can't, and I repeat, can't obviously watch adult movies. That's without saying, right? You shouldn't do that. Can't own a firearm, can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't drive. They keep out how big driving is. Like, you could die doing.
You can't even get out a business loan for a business. If you wanted to, like, hey, I want to run a McDonald's franchise. Guess what? You're not old enough.
You can't even get an ID card that young. An ID card. Okay, you can't vote. Okay, so we can't let kids do all that stuff, which I agree you should not. None of that stuff is good for them. That age.
You can't even get a part-time job without a permit.
Yeah. So keep in mind, you can't do any of that. But a kid can consciously think about their gender and want to do you know how ridiculous that sounds when you really say it out loud? You can't do any of that stuff.
I wrote an article
what their gender is.
I wrote an article about 6 years ago about Charlize Theron. She was 42 at the time, complaining about how nobody wants to date her. I was like, let me see. You're a single mother of 2, who neither of those kids are actually yours. You adopted them from Africa, and one of them just so happens to be trans. And in your own words, he came out as trans at the age of 3, and you allowed them to be a trans person at 3 years old. So yeah, you got 2 stolen African kids, and one of them you're raising as a girl, and you're wondering why at the age of 42 you're not married and nobody wants to date you.
Right.
It's clearly not your looks. So there's something else going on.
She's totally not forcing this little boy to do this to get attention for herself and prove to her other Hollywood friends how, virtuous she is. Totally couldn't be that at all, because you look up pictures of this little boy, he looks completely happy wearing a dress being paraded around by her.
Oh yeah. Definitely not
those
a future
pictures
definitely
are
not a
fucking
future,
heartbreaking.
Definitely not a future suicide statistic in any way, shape, or form. So
right.
We covered this. We covered this about a month ago, and here's the thing with this whole trans movement, because everyone wants to be an ally to blah 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 whatever. We covered this. If you guys don't remember, and I'm getting a little biblical here, but I'm gonna have to explain how this whole thing happened. There's this demon god in the Bible that's referenced to many times, especially in the Old Testament. So our good buddy Tiny will definitely know about this person. It's called Ishtar, Inanna, Isis, a whole bunch of names that are in there. And basically, this demon god was referenced as the Queen of Heaven, and that's obviously false. But one of the things that she was known for back in pagan times, in quite literally modern times, that she was known for turning men into women and women into men, and men cross-dressing as women was quite literally a form of worship towards this demonic god. And it just so happens that another reference point for this demon god was the rainbow, the same rainbow that is used by the LGBTQ movement to this very day. So I find it very, very interesting that there's ties directly. Oh yeah, there's an episode of the Bible. I can't remember the exact number. We just did it about a month ago. We broke like the whole thing down. And like I said, a lot of people don't know the origins of the LGBTQ movement. They think it's something that started, like, let's say the last like 50 years or something like that. No, this has been going on for quite literally thousands upon thousands of years. Since the days of ancient Babylon, we've been seeing this. And because a lot of people, like, they don't take, the Bible as actual history, they fall into the same traps, and they wonder, like, oh, okay, well, why is trans kids a thing all of a sudden? Why we're seeing demonic displays during the Olympic ceremony with all these LGBTQ people? It's like, there's a reason. You're probably just not paying attention.
Yeah, I had no idea about that rainbow thing. That just
well, not only that, it goes even a step further. The LGBTQ rainbow and God's rainbow is actually not the same rainbow. There's a key difference. The God's rainbow has 7 colors, and the LGBTQ one has 6 colors. And the excuse that was given, right, was that, oh, well, the color of indigo, it's hard to replicate, so we just removed it from the rainbow. It just had to be purple and blue. It was like, okay, so what is the biblical stories of the color indigo? Why was that removed from the LGBTQ? Well, if you actually study the Old Testament and the reference to the color of indigo, it's a future reference to a future Messiah who just so happened to be named Jesus Christ. So if you're wondering why most pride rainbows have 6 colors instead of 7, there's your reason.
Holy shit. I had no idea.
Oh yeah. Like I went into a deep rabbit hole on this one about a month ago. It's episode 47 of the Bible Lens. Yeah, you want to talk about the origins of the whole transgender movement? Like I said, this is nothing new in our world, but this is something that we're still dealing with thousands of years later to this very day. We're still doing all the same things.
Damn.
Like people think that, like, everyone knows the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, but they don't know the reason why God decided to quite literally smite that place out of existence to begin with. And now, really, you guys are seeing the exact reason why. It's all come back, and it's just spread worldwide now, unfortunately.
MSK,
are you conscious? Or
I was looking through so much stuff. Apparently, Drama Alert's gonna drop an entire load of receipts from Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast's Discord.
Allegedly, it's 500,000 messages of that Discord, and it's supposed to expose a whole bunch of people. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to like internally sabotage that, not knowing what's a part of it. Because look, we all know at this point Chris is probably done. Like, I don't think there's any way back from him because people know too much about him. The question is now is like, is there anything that can connect Chris directly back to Mr. Beast? Because they to connect Jimmy to Chris, then this whole thing is going to snowball to the next level.
there's no way it can't, in my opinion. I mean, if you just, it's statistically, if you just look at this from an investigational standpoint, there is very, very little to no chance he is not connected in some way, is either participating or willingly, just knowing about it and enabling that kind of behavior. I mean, that's the very least. My money's on active participant in at least some way. Maybe not as bad, could actually be worse. We'll have to wait and see.
The best case scenario for Jimmy here is that he just turned a blind eye to absolutely everything. And honestly, like I said, that's the best case scenario, because turning a blind eye is still better than actively participating.
Yep.
So
that is best case. He knew and he just didn't do shit because, well, that's my friend.
Yep.
My friend,
keep in mind,
losing his mind and wants to dress like a little girl, not a grown woman. He dresses like a fucking child. And he totally cool with that. Not trying to get him help, just enabling.
Because I wanted to bring that other thing up, which is like, he brought up the whole transgenderism thing when Chris was going through that initially. He was like, all these comments about transgenderism is like starting to piss me off. And it's like, God, and even by that, if you just take that as a blank statement, it's like, are we supposed to just agree with it just because? Contrary to popular belief, people, if you actually don't like something, you are not allowed to like, you are like allowed to not like it. Like, if you don't like gay people, you are allowed to not like gay people.
I'm not entitled to be your ally.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, I don't know where that comes from, because they use arguments like, well, it costs nothing to be nice. No, keep in mind, it's how people are stupid. It's like that pancakes waffle argument. If you say like, I love waffles, and the other person says, well, that means you hate pancakes. No. I never said I was going to treat you bad. I never said that. But I don't have to like what you're about. You know how different that is?
Remember 20 years ago, the whole argument is, we want you to tolerate us. So it's like, well, a key part of tolerance is leaving me the hell alone. And if you leave me alone, I can find it very easy to tolerate you. But when you start demanding things of me, I find it very, very hard to tolerate your nonsense. So it's almost as if you could have left this alone by shutting the hell up, but you didn't. So now we're here.
Forcing language, forcing everything.
I swear, like, give what's his name? Carl Benjamin. What's his kind of like alias name? I can't think of it right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about here. I remember when he was running for UKIP like a number of years ago, and his slogan was just brilliant because it really just it just perfectly capsulizes everything that we've gone through over the last several years. His slogan was, "I just wanted to play video games." And now we're here. It's like, I just wanted to be left alone, but you wouldn't leave me alone. So now we're here.
What did he call himself? Carl Benjamin? Because now I got
Sargon of the Cat. That's the guy.
Sargon, yeah. Yeah,
I knew his real name, but I was blanking on his alias there for a second. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I mean that's where we're at there. So we should be getting some leaks here in the next I guess hour or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just weird how people go, well, you don't like this type of person. It's like, what would be the problem if I didn't? You know, like it goes with basically any of that. Like you are not allowed to basically disagree with people nowadays unless you're just fucking a part of whatever that is, you know? Because I remember people saw like I got into a Twitter, I don't want to call this really an argument. It's Twitter spread with this one guy, and it's like, dude, people don't understand. If you're a casual in anything, if you're just coming into something new, you will probably just like something because you have no prior knowledge of it, which is, keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with that. Keep in mind, I want to reiterate that. There's nothing wrong with having no knowledge of something and liking whatever you might see in front of you. That's kind of like just how humans function. Now, it's one thing to be someone that likes the stuff and then see something changed, you know, and then you yourself as a casual going, I don't understand why all these hardcore fans are mad. You're a casual. You have no skin in the game. You have zero skin in the game, and you're talking that what make that make sense? You don't even know what you're saying, and you're trying to tell other people why they're mad, and they have more knowledge on the subject than you. What? Makes
it's like when every time they make a big change in a comic book, usually changing a character LGBT or doing a race or gender swap, switching the mantle onto another undeserving character just to, you know, shoehorn in a checkbox. Whenever the fans show outrage or disappointment, all that, you get the Twitter people. I don't know why comic book fans get so mad about this stuff. They just all be racist, sexist, homophobic, blah, blah, blah. You don't like this shit to begin with. Why are you even commenting? This isn't your dog to fuck, buddy. Why are you speaking up? You're just an activist for that cause and want it shoehorned into absolutely fucking everything.
Or the beginning parts of the beginning parts of the art, the threads are always like, man, these nerds won't like this.
Yeah,
you mean the
basement dwelling, smelly comic book fans?
God,
blah, blah, blah,
it blows my mind.
It's almost as if there was a reason why they were kept out of these fan bases for so many years, and then the second they got their foot into the door, they just proved why no one wanted them in there in the first place. It's kind of weird that happened, right? Is that the odd?
And before we get to that, because I know we'll probably make a video out of it just for a second. I understand this is a different interpretation of Batman's mythology. That's fine. I understand that, and I would understand that things are going to look different and things are going to not be the same. I understand that. That's not the point. The point is that if you were someone with absolute zero knowledge of how these things generally are, you yourself would not understand why people are mad. That is the same. You know how, like in math, there is advanced math for people that want to get in further to that. Most average people only need addition and subtraction, multiplication and division. There's reasons for that because it's the most basic form of math you have at your disposal that you can learn. Most average people like us are not going to go further and learn calculus and all that other stuff because we're just not going to need it. It will be needed in average, everyday, day-to-day life situations. So keep in mind, most people cannot think past a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. They can't. Their brains are not capable of in-depth thought because when I brought up any level of argument, person just kept talking about Andrew Tate, and it's like, what are you talking about? I fail to understand what the hell he has to do with anything, even for him, nothing for Andrew Tate got revealed about the whole trafficking situation. It's crazy how, like, he was pegged a sex trafficker, yet no women's really whatever. That's another different story for another day. But that doesn't mean anything. That's my point. It's like, if your audience is 95% dudes and you think that most people are going to watch our dudes, that should be the audience you cater to. People are going to be like, well, what about the women? It doesn't matter at all. They are not the majority. They are not the majority watching it. It does not matter. And even if they do, it's so beyond minuscule, it means nothing in the grand scheme of things. I'm being honest. It just doesn't.
What I've said 100 times, the ones that are fans of it like it the fucking way it is. They like the video game the way it is. They like the comic book. They like the movie, the franchise. They like this shit. That's why they're fans of it. If they're that small number, that group that's there, they like the shit the way it is. They're not like, I like this, but then no. If you just said but, you don't fucking like it. Put it down. Go find something else to do.
Yeah.
Because
hopefully, if you still have control of your fan base in 2024 and it's not completely subverted, you should learn to protect your fan base like Israel has to protect its borders from Hamas. And if you have to shoot people away, shoot them away if you have to, because they're absolutely no good. That's what I gotta say about that.
Give me one. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? All right, let's go over this really quickly. Little side something to have for the night. Let's have some fun, boys. Oh God, maybe I should have titled the show what I originally was going to title it before I started, because that would have got people all mad. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. Hey everyone, I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Batman Caped Crusader. So this is going to be a new animated series that is going to drop on Amazon's streaming service, Prime Video, or it's called, or it's Amazon Prime, or whatever they call it nowadays. It doesn't matter, actually. So they made an announcement today for this new animated Batman series coming out. Now, keep in mind, this is done by various people that have worked on previous Batman, shows in the past as well. This show ended up getting delayed for a long period of time because Warner Brothers sold it to Amazon. Amazon took like 2 or 3 years to even get it ready, and this is where we're going to be at right now. And I'm also black.
They were like, oh my God, this is what we
I kicked myself out.
So.
I thought you were nuking the stream.
Myself out. Oh my God. I had my button right here to
dummy.
click on the link, and it just threw me out. I was like, wait a minute, this is different.
So you want to do that intro again, or you just want to cut that part out, like pretend like it never happened?
Yeah, I hate you people. All right.
Editing.
Editing is for homosexuals and gays, actually. And I am neither of those.
Editing is for people with computers, which I don't have.
Okay. My God. Wait, is there police coming down? Hold on. Nope, they're gone. All right. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And oh my God, I hate you, fucking guy. Just fucking guy. All right, we're not doing this tonight. We're not. I'm not here for you guys' bullshit. All right, so let's just do it this way.
Go ahead. I swear to God, hands
go
off.
Fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself. I hope you actually get no sex tonight. Hope you sleep on the couch. Hope you sleep with Thor and fucking Ketchup tonight. Butters, where the fuck that other dog's name is, actually.
Ketchup. Well, now I need a dog named Ketchup because that's actually adorable.
All right. So, as you guys know, I'm black. Okay, I'm kidding. I have to entertain you guys. Okay. That was a beep. That was a beep, actually. Okay, I will give you that. All right. Okay, let's be serious. Hey everyone, I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Batman Caped Crusader. So this is going to be a brand new Batman animated series that is coming out this year in 2024. Now, this is a series that is supposed to be set in the 1940s. It's supposed to be a different interpretation on Batman's mythology. Okay, so then we get this announcement today, actually. And this announcement is just really, really stupid. Now, I understand this is a different interpretation of Batman's mythology and his characters set in a different time period. I understand that. But that doesn't change what I'm going to say in this video and throughout many other podcasts and videos as well. This is all going to mean the same thing. And I'll break it down for anyone who wants to understand where I'm coming from. Now with that in mind, I'm still going to watch the show. I love Batman. I've consumed Batman comics, movies, TV shows. And I'm saying right now, this could be a great show. I don't know. I mean, if people think it's not going to be a good show when it first dropped, that's fine. I mean, everyone's allowed to their own opinion, and everyone can say how they feel about the show. But these ideas are just so stupid. They make no sense whatsoever. And as you guys know, this is going to tie into something else as well. So basically, this situation is just yesterday they announced this too. If you guys are following, like, discussing film on Twitter, which most people are because they have a lot of followers and a lot of clout, and I have that too, actually. Or I think I have a lot of clout. So Deadpool #7, which is the newest Deadpool series in Marvel Comics, Deadpool is now dead, and they are going to be using Deadpool's daughter as Deadpool, starting with Deadpool issue #7. Okay. Now, keep in mind, just from that idea alone, Deadpool can't die. Deadpool literally is immortal. The only way to kill him would be like if Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell Saga, he had to blast Cell hard enough to vaporize his entire body.
Literally just punch him into the sun.
Yeah. You would literally have to obliterate him from like everything. Keep in mind. Then we get this announcement. This is the big one right here. And the reason why this ties into Batman and Deadpool is because why are we getting just these needless female characters, these gender swaps? They make no sense. Okay.
Mind, this is the exact same plan that they tried with Blade. It's like, oh, let's just hand over the mantle of Blade because like Blade and Deadpool are no longer names now. They're just mantles that we can just give to the female counterpart of the exact same characters. Like, here you go. It's the exact same characters before, except for this one has a vagina.
The Penguin will be a woman in Batman Caped Crusader. She is named Oswalda Cobblepot and voiced by Minnie Driver.
I had told you last night that, like you, I was going to go in and try to be as open as possible and give this show a shot. This has eradicated that. I'm not watching this. I'm done. This is it. No hate watching, no clicks. I'm not giving it any fucking oxygen. I'm done. Look at this. He's struggling to hold up the umbrella of a 55-year-old looking woman.
I mean, now
Kyle Bukowski's mother. That's Kyle's mom from South Park.
Let's be fair. Is this a woman or is this a woman? Like,
right.
That could be a legit. Is this a legit woman or is this like a Chris Tyson? Like, which one are we dealing with here?
Is it just Oswald? With a little bit longer hair and wearing some drag makeup, which very well could be like that. Could be completely possible. Fuck this. I'm out. Even though the art looks okay, because that's one of my favorite animators and artists of all time, but he is a woke fucking nightmare of a person. So I'm not gonna buy your product. Go back to when you were making everything, cool looking and sexy and everything else back in the 90s. But
the reason why I tied Deadpool issue #7, the comic series we're running right now, into this is because they keep doing this. Because I figured to myself, if we're gonna talk about this, might as well talk about that situation too. Why is that when you have a popular character doing anything, they have to just make something random that makes no sense in that moment in time, just to make no money off of it, even though what they're doing this for is money. Now, keep in mind, there's two reasons why you do this. Because you just don't care about the product at all. People will be like, well, why if they bought it? Okay, so from Deadpool route, I'll just explain this for anyone that's not a comic fan. Comic sales are mostly driven by issues 1, 2, and 3. Mostly issue 1. Most people, if they don't like something out of issue 1, don't check it out anymore, even in this day and time. If the issue 1 does not hit, it's not there. Why are they introducing a girl Deadpool in issue #7? Do you think have you been read to issue #6 yet? No, that series dropped off the face of a cliff. What's the saying? It dropped off a cliff a while ago. No one's even going to check it out. It's literally dead on arrival just from sales alone. Okay. Now this is also potentially, I would say, DOA. It's going to release later on in August at some point. I think August 1st it's releasing. Everyone dumped a lot of money into it. Who knows what they want to do with it?
It was supposed to be released shortly after The Batman to ride on the success of that movie.
Yeah.
It didn't because it wasn't any good. That's why it got auctioned off to Amazon. Now, going back to Deadpool, why are they doing this now? It's the #1 movie. They knew it was going to be the #1 movie. And that's when they make these retarded changes just in time to try to ride the success of what's happening with the character or the product.
Because this is the problem here, tying it into comics, is like if people go and watch Deadpool Wolverine, gee, I'd imagine they want to see a guy Deadpool in the books they might want to consume, because obviously you can just consume a lot of the comic books from Deadpool. I bought a few myself. I plan on reading them and reviewing them on my comic channel, actually, you know? So if you go into a shop right now and you're like, hey, I want to get the newest Deadpool. Well, the newest Deadpool, yeah, that Deadpool guy you like, yeah, he dies in the middle of this run, but here's his daughter you can kind of like read about too. It's like, no one's going to want to do that. Like, no one fucking wants that. Then the Batman thing is something that people need to understand when it comes to like females and males and this kind of thing. So I was having this like Twitter spat with this person. He just wouldn't understand this point. So he made this comment to me and he said, well, the reason why they probably made Penguin a girl is because it can attract women. This is how you can tell a person's a casual. I've been following this news for a long time because I follow all this stuff anyway. I do videos about this stuff. There's already popular female characters in the show, Harley Quinn and Catwoman. If females want to get behind a female character, they're already there. This actually makes no sense, even though it's a different interpretation of Penguin when you already have females there. I know the audience for Batman is about 95% dudes. So demographic-wise, females, even if they did watch, it won't matter. People are going to be like, why? Because if there's 5% of women and there's 95% of males, what's going to have a bigger impact on viewership and the reasons to renew the show for several more seasons? Not women. When women aren't really that... How many women do you know are interested in Batman, anything outside of like movies, like the actual live action movies? Not many. That's just how it is. Makes no sense to change him at all, even from this show's point of view, when it's already a different interpretation of Batman's mythology with two iconic characters from his mythology in the show already. Makes no sense. It's stupid. It's a stupid idea. And the thing I said earlier,
I had to push back just a little bit.
Yeah, fine, go ahead.
Push back a little bit on this idea that as far as comic books go, right, that they're in this for the money. Comic books have not been in it for the money in almost like 20 years now, like especially more. Because here's the thing: when we talk about like the big two, we have Marvel, which is owned by Disney now, DC, which is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers. Like they're not a comic book selling business anymore. Like they don't care about actually selling books. Like, they care about the agenda because they know that because they're attached to this multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporation, that whatever failures they have in the comic book industry can just be subsidized by the corporation. That's essentially what they've been doing for several years now. So they can just shut out garbage, knowing that it's garbage, knowing that it's divisive, knowing that nobody's going to buy it. But who cares? Because hey, Disney's going to subsidize us because they're still making billions of dollars with the other 28,000 properties that they own. So who really cares if the comics fail?
If people don't remember about the Batman Cape Crusader series, it was Warner Bros. Was supposed to drop on HBO Max. Back when it was called that. Now it's called Max. The reason why they got rid of it is because the company has been doing very bad financially for a very, very long time. David Zaslav, their owner, now went, why don't we just sell it off? Because he has been very open about, well, if it's on a stream, it was kind of a shot at Netflix, though. I understand what he was saying. There's no reason to have a bunch of content on a streaming service that no one's watching. Might as well just sell it off. And I agree with him. What's weird is that he sold off this product specifically, even though he said that Batman is one of their most valuable IPs they have. Now, if Amazon's going to shell out $200 million for this, I'm not gonna lie to him. I take the money because we factor in, even if they want to keep the show, Warner Brothers gets the show, they own the character. It doesn't matter. They literally don't lose in either scenario. But it's really telling how they would just get rid of a animated Batman show from their company for money, which makes sense. But why would they not just keep it then? Like, they know how valuable Batman is to them. That's a huge red flag. I'm putting understand how bad that is. Warner Brothers would get rid of their biggest character next to Superman to their rival. For what reason? When they want all that viewership themselves for their streaming service, that they can show investors, hey, this show really did bring in more subscribers. That's bad. That's a huge red flag, I'm gonna tell you. And keep in mind, the show's been delayed for about a year and a half, actually. You know, it took people to go on Twitter going, where's the show at? People literally on Twitter went, hey, this show was announced like, I don't know, 6 months ago. Like, where is it? They said, delayed. It got delayed, but it's coming out this month.
It's somewhere in the multiverse with that Blade movie that I've been working on for 5 years. Some other universe has already been made.
Oh God.
Oh, just real quick to kind of go piggyback off what Society was saying. There's another big reason they do this in the comic books specifically. And they do this, like I was saying, right after Deadpool has a huge movie, they make this change, coincides with the release date. Not suspicious at all. Why are they doing this? So in 5 years or so, when they make the change in the movies, because they're going to do, everybody said, oh, they're not going to do old, new, old, different in the movies. That's just for the bullshit. Already it's happening now, has been for a few years. It's so they can use those 3 fucking words to try to own the comic book fans. Well, it was in the comic. That's all it is. So when they cast Girl Deadpool to replace Ryan Reynolds for the main MCU timeline, they have that defense. Well, it's in the comic. Stop being racist or sexist or whatever it is.
Oh, it's like people using that argument now with the new Captain America movie. It's like, oh, he's black in the comic books now. It's like, oh, the comic books in the last 10 years
that came out in 2012,
like it didn't sell.
Actually, even when you bring that argument to people, yes, he was Captain America, and every single time it happened, they canceled his run. All New All Marvel canceled after 12 issues. I think they tried, correct me if I'm wrong, they tried doing it again in 2014, 2015.
Yeah, they kept going with it.
They just did him recently in 2022 when they tried to run Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson together. Sam Wilson was Captain America's symbol of hope. Steve was symbol of liberty. Both ended up getting canceled. Obviously, the sales are low. But guess who's lasted? Guess who went first? Oh, shit. Crazy to think about it, right? Every single time this happens, it's always a red flag of like, okay, why are they doing this? Why do they have to always put their foot in their mouth? And here, I'll just say this. This is another argument to bring up with some of these people. Okay, so if you like Penguin the way he is, because most people do, why would you change him? People say, but just switch it up, bro. Yeah, just this time, just hold on.
Oh.
If you liked it the way it was, why are we switching it in general? It makes no sense. If you out of your mouth say, I love this the way it is, why switch? That makes no sense.
This is where the next argument they always throw at you will come. Well, no one really cares about the Penguin anyway. Who cares? Who's out there caring about what Penguin is? Who cares about Penguin? Penguin doesn't matter. Who cares about Penguin? No one cares about Nightcrawler, Iceman, or any of these other.
No one cares about those popular characters. Yeah, who cares about them? And then the next argument you'll say to them, you'll be like,
cares about Tim Drake.
Well, the next argument usually falls into the line of like, it's just a cartoon. That is another bad argument people use. Okay, that's even worse. If it's just a cartoon, I even ask this again, why change? Okay, and that's another thing that people, not casuals, have this big problem with them when it comes to egos. Just because things are cartoons or animated or whatever does not mean you just think of it a less of a product. Keep in mind, they're putting a lot of money to this. Amazon paid a lot of money for this. They didn't just. Do you think Warner Brothers sold them that show for like $10 million? No, that's like their biggest character. You think they gave it to them to like basically for free? No. Okay. It being a cartoon is a mute argument. Okay, this is a cartoon. All right, Batman could just be butt naked and take pink kryptonite up the ass. It's a cartoon. Fuck it. You do whatever you want.
Don't give them any ideas, MSK. Now, on that, they will say, well, it's just a kid's show. It's just a cartoon. It's not important. But then they're the ones also saying, this is so great. Finally, this is representing so-and-so and something. This is so culturally important. But guess what? It doesn't matter why you care about it.
Here, and I'll even give you guys the arguments, just a little bit of the person I was going back and forth with. I know you guys are loving this video. Oh, I love it too. I love breaking this down. We're not going to go over everything, because obviously I destroyed this guy. Doesn't matter, okay? So this is what he says. He says, well, I said this to someone else. No, you didn't. You have no friends. People lie on the internet all the time. But if it sucks, I guarantee the reason it sucks won't be because they changed the gender of the main villain. Okay, to be fair, that's a fair argument. But that still doesn't make the decision good. That doesn't make the decision right or good. But I understand where you're coming from with that. Okay, that's fair. When done right, it could be awesome. And this is always a fail-safe argument. This is always the argument that you brought up. That's a subjective thing anyway. That's completely mute. That is however you see it, how I see it, how society sees it. It doesn't matter. That is a mute thing because that is such a generically broad thing to say that could apply to anybody. One of my favorite shows this year was Fallout. Yeah, that show that doesn't get talked about anymore at all when it dropped. Great. I know the gender isn't necessarily swapped, but still, it is swapped. Wait, what? It quite literally is swapped. Okay, here's the other one. Well, I am really just a casual fan. That means, okay, that means you would like this. You're a casual. You just kind of like anything. That's kind of what casuals do, which is fine. I just talk shit about this guy because he's a stupid casual. I don't like stupid casuals. That's my opinion, obviously. Okay, so here's the other one. They probably want more women to get into it, and that's easier if there's a woman in it. Wrong. That answer.
Oh my God.
It's another dumb thing. There is, because it's how you can tell this person's a casual, and they don't even know the things that they're arguing in their own argument. In the show, there's already going to be Harley Quinn and Catwoman. There's women. Those are, if anyone even denies the prominent characters, you're fucking stupid. Okay. In the show, there's women already, so they won't identify, which is a dumb argument in and of itself. Which is another video for another time. Women could just get, what's wrong with those two? So why are we changing Penguin if there's women in the show already for them to identify with? Keep in mind, Harley Quinn and Catwoman. Do I need to repeat that again? If women want to identify with females,
what woman is wanting to? If only I could identify with the fucking Penguin.
So this is a similar problem that we've had in wrestling. This is a good example to use here, right? It's that, as we all know, like wrestling back in like the 1990s used to be overwhelming majority male dominated, like, hobby, right? If you look at the numbers, like it was like almost 90% plus of men who used to watch it. Over the course of the last 20 years, what has happened is that they focus more on women's wrestling and more female driven product. And in the course of what has happened is that the fan base went from about 90% male, a little over 90% male, to about 50-50, right? Where they're actually, I think they have slightly more female viewers than they have male viewers. Now, that sounds great. It's like, yeah, we diversified our audience, until you realize, well, actually, if you look at the viewing numbers, you went from 20 years ago having about 7 to 8 million weekly viewers to now you're struggling at about 1.5 million viewers. And if half of those are women, that means that the amount of men that you've actually lost in the last 20 years is almost the same 90% of all male viewers gone, just like that. So yeah, sure, you brought in a bunch of women to replace a handful of people that you lost, but you still lost a shit ton of people, mostly your male viewership, who was your long-term fans. So did it really work out at the end of the day?
Here, I'll show you guys just another banger right here. We're just having a good old time. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've said in multiple videos. He says, no, I'm a casual. Cool. So if it sucks, I'll just not watch any more of it and move on with my life. I'll find something that doesn't suck and not bitch and moan about it. Okay, so this is why people like this make no sense and are completely stupid. So if you are going to do that, that's fine. Even I do that myself when I don't like a show. I just kind of move on with it. But if other people want to voice their concerns and dislikes of ideas about anything regarding the show, anything, that's also fine too. If you want to do that, that's cool. But if I want to do it my way, why can I do it my way? Why is my way bitching and moaning? But your way, you could just construe that as giving up. No, wait, you just gave up on a show? You just give up on it halfway through? That's what I'm talking about. People like this who have no skin in anything are trying to dictate to other people what they should do, even though they know more about the property than they do, and they themselves admit they're casuals. Why would I take anything you say seriously?
I don't really care about this thing that you care about it, so you shouldn't care about it either. Because it's not that big a deal. Because I don't care that much. So,
and this was the main one a lot of people saw, and I'll just reiterate what I said. And this is how you know these people are arguing the waffles and pancake argument. Because you aren't giving a chance right off the bat. Never said that. Actually, never said that at all. Just never said that at all. Me, I never said that at all. I'm still going to watch it. Because it's a woman. That's bitch man, and you knew it. First of all, just to point out, I simply just pointed out that I didn't like the decision. I don't care. Oh my God, we have to defend women and everything. Shut up. I never said I wasn't going to watch it. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just pointing out The fact
Saying
that
it right
you
now.
can voice your concerns with something and not like every idea while also still watching it. You don't know. There's ideas in the Invincible season 1 show that I didn't like. As someone who read the material, the first season came out pretty good. You can hold two thoughts in your head. You cannot like something that a popular thing did while also acknowledging that you overall enjoyed it. I don't get why things have to be just this one-way street with people. It's like, they're like, well, you just said you don't like the idea, so you weren't going to watch the show. Never said that. I don't even know where you got that from. People literally in these arguments make shit up in their own head that the other person didn't even say. Easy.
Well, like I said, when you're dumb, you don't have the mental capacity to actually hear an argument. You just hear whatever it is that goes on in your head, because that's what the voices in your mind are telling you.
Oh God.
Now,
yeah, wow.
I'm going to defend my stance of why I'm not this was just enough, because it was a completely pointless change and their reasoning for doing it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know enough about this and the direction they're going with it to know it's not. If you keep saying, well, I didn't like all of these things they did, but I'm going to watch it anyway, and it wasn't that bad. And, you know, what's the next thing going to be like? It's just going to keep then it's unrecognizable. It's not the thing it used to be. And then you just will give up on it completely. That's why too many people gave too many passes for too long to like Star Wars and everything else. Well, after what they did with the movies, I did like The Mandalorian. I was guilty of that too. And look what happens. Completely unrecognizable from what
Another thing I want to show you guys
really
to
is.
prove why these people are clowns. It's also a cartoon, needlessly. It's an absurd thing to say. The main character is a guy who is a billionaire who fights crime. Well, thank you for telling me Batman. Like, congratulations, you want a cookie? Nothing about it matters. Right there.
Oh,
right there.
Here we go.
Right there. This all is right there what I highlighted. If nothing about it matters, why do you care about if people don't like it then?
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't matter, why do you care that people don't like the change?
Yeah. Look at my fucking room, buddy. It does matter. Batman does fucking matter. So fuck you for thinking it doesn't matter.
It's the stupidest argument. It's the easiest one to debunk. Okay, if it doesn't matter, change it back. It doesn't matter, so change it back.
Yep.
Yeah. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Then why are you so angry that other people don't like it then? Remember, you admit you're a casual. You don't care. I fail to understand why people even have arguments to begin with when they make the most baseless ones. It might also it also might make more women watch. You don't know that.
No, it won't.
It won't, but you won't know that because they're not going to show you demographics to prove that. Yeah, you know what's crazy about how these shows now never have graphs for the actual only two genders that watch these shows? Because it would show how stupid and how much money they've lost trying to push women and stuff that they probably just weren't interested in to begin with. And if you're a woman and you've never been interested in stuff, that's fine. I'm not shitting. That's cool. There's stuff that I'm just not interested in. That's awesome. And someone trying to force you to be into it because you're a woman is bad and you shouldn't like it just off that merit alone. He says, and buy merch and shit. Yeah. That's this show selling merch is not happening. Which is there's making money. No, you idiot. That's how streaming works. Streaming is a loss leader. The only streaming service making any money is Netflix and Tubi. They didn't, but Amazon spent, I don't know how much money on this. Let's just say because it's Batman, they spent about $200 million. And that's lowballing it, if that. Okay. So them just dumping $200 million into their streaming service can only be made back off subscribers. Okay. Remember, what I just told you, the only profitable two have been Tubi and Netflix. Amazon, with their own streaming service, Amazon is one of the most biggest companies in the world, can't even make profit on their own streaming service. Yeah, I'm supposed to believe this random show was supposed to do that? What? This is why you don't argue with retards like that. It's just dumb argument. They don't even understand their own positions or even have knowledge of their positions. Yeah. They made a decision because women. The 5%. What?
Going back to what Society was saying with the wrestling, it's probably the same thing with Star Wars, how they've replaced it. Well, we want to bring in the female audience, even though there already was a pretty strong female fan base that liked it exactly the way it was. Now they're bringing in this new female audience. Does that circumvent or does that replace all of the original primarily male fans they've lost? Fuck no, it doesn't.
Like I said, and the way they'll BS around it, like every publicly owned corporation BSs around it. They'll tell you their current fan base's demographic, but they'll never tell you how many people they lost in order to obtain that demographic.
Oh, and the last thing I'll say as we close out this video on the show, there's a reason why demographics are taught to you, because you can understand how to make the most money by the demographic you need to appeal to. Why are Barbies in the female section? Because most women, most little girls will want their moms to buy them Barbies. That's how you're going to make the most money. Why is Justice League toys in the boys section? Just crazy thought that boys are going to like Batman and Superman. Now, keep in mind, that's not to say girls won't be able to buy those. It's just not going to be the biggest money maker of what you're trying to do. Remember, keep in mind, these things are interchangeable. Boys can go buy Barbies. It's not going to be your biggest market, how you're going to make the most money, but boys can buy Barbies. That's just how it is, right?
You know what? I hope to God they make a Rock'em Sock'em robot of the Batman show with him punching the girl penguin. Let's see how well that goes over. With their fucking fat, stupid head going. Thong.
All right, so closing thoughts, Iron. What do you think about the Batman Cape Crusader penguin gender swap in the whole Deadpool? His daughter taking the mantle for a little bit. Deadpool's not even a mantle. It's so stupid to say. Deadpool's literally not a mantle.
None of them are mantles. Those are those characters. There have only been a few times the whole mantle switch off has worked well. Wally West Flash is one of them, but they never last. They always go back to the original because Bruce Wayne is Batman. Wade Wilson is Deadpool. Fucking Oswald Cobblepot is the Penguin. These are who these characters are, and no amount of the little changes they make are really going to matter in the long run. All they're going to do is turn off the fan base that they've had for decades and replace them with no one.
Do you want to jump into the big breaking news that just broke a couple minutes ago?
We'll get your closing thoughts in mind, and we'll go to it, actually. So what are your last thoughts on, Batman Cape Crusader and the whole Deadpool thing?
Like I said, I've tuned out of this whole realm for quite some time now, because like I said, it's basically like the meme of it's just so tiresome. Like, it's not even like worth getting the energy of getting upset about it anymore. It's just like, after a while, it's like, yeah, whatever. Make Batman trans and then put the voice on Kevin Conroy. Who cares anymore?
Yeah, and my closing thoughts are basically they just can't help themselves. It's just what they do. And then there's these idiot casuals that they're appealing to that just eat it up because they're NPCs. They don't even know they're NPCs. That's how bad their arguments are. They'll defend anything. Big corporation. Oh my God, I get on my knees for you. I got 3,000 you. It's like, dude, not every decision they make is good. But yes, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are a returning viewer or new viewer, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we are going to be signing out. See you guys later. Deuces. Peace. All right.
Do you want to say the N-word?
I do.
Yes, I really do.
I do. Okay, so apparently there's some big news with the MCU that just happened. Maybe it's nostalgia or is it nostalgia?
I mean,
WC, get it.
I was joking.
No, you weren't.
Okay, so let's start with the big one right here. Because they're doing all this stuff in the chat really quickly. Hey, hello.
Hey. Look who just so happened to show up in his green bullshit get up, just as we're about to talk about the story of the night.
What? They just taking strays? What? See, black people are mean for no reason. They just fuck it. That's why I don't like your race, dude. God damn.
Well, I just got done from the second viewing of watching Deadpool, and so on second viewing, I've got some additional thoughts.
What I tell you, I like playing complicated characters. Robert Downey Jr. on playing Doctor Doom. Did I not tell you he'd come back to the MCU?
What the fuck is this? Real?
Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. That's crazy.
So They just announced literally a few minutes ago at Comic-Con over in San Diego that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Doctor Doom in the latest Avengers movie coming out in 2026, which has now been renamed Avengers Doomsday. So it was supposed to be the Kang Dynasty, but Jonathan Majors got fired. So now they're going to do Doom as the villain for the next Avenger with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom.
Mm-hmm. You mean Monkey Dynasty, because it was full of apes in Ant-Man 3.
Now, look, I know obviously the sound from Hall H, and I do have the video here. We can play this in a second, but
yeah,
I know that the marks are going to be going wild on this, but to me, this just reeks of just utter desperation.
Yeah, it is
for the MCU, because why? Like it doesn't even make any kind of like. There's no way you can shape this into making any kind of sense whatsoever. Here it is. It's like we got an Avengers movie coming out. We don't have a team. We don't have a name for the movie. We don't have a villain. We've been talking about bringing Robert Downey Jr. back for the last couple of years because we already killed him off with Iron Man. So let's just let him play a whole nother character, and hopefully that'll get people's butts into the seat. So this was the reveal just a few minutes ago.
You know what's crazy? That used to be you could tell.
Weird.
No, it's like back then when they made announcements like that, it used to be way bigger. The crowd was cheering way louder when they used to have announcements as big as they did. That didn't feel like the level of enthusiasm like it used to.
It felt like it was like partly excitement and partly confusion, because it's like even the crowd was kind of going like, but why?
Remember back years ago, before the first Avengers movie came out, back when Loki was, well, not Loki, couldn't help, Tom Hiddleston was like yelling to the crowd in Hall H. They were like really into it. Go back and watch Age of Ultron's Comic-Con panel. Just the crowd is just so super exciting. Just crazy. That felt like, yay, RDJ's back. What?
So we've already brought back Chris Evans in the Deadpool movie. So then we brought back.
Oh, whoa! It's tomorrow, you son of a bitch! God damn.
Oh, why did you just mention a few minutes ago that you were doing a spoiler show for the thing tomorrow?
So not only are you black, you're aggressive. You can't hear. You can't read. Like, what good are you? God,
it must have slipped my mind. Heaven's the Murgatroyd.
Oh my god! Fuck. All right. Speaking of RDJ as Dr. Doom, Secret Wars and Doomsday have confirmed months and year release dates. The next two Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday, they really got away with words with their movies. May 2026, Avengers Secret Wars, May 2027.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the headlines will be, "Oh my God, Robert Downey Jr. is back." But like, if you could read in between the lines here, like this is just reeks of desperation. Like I'm
not saying he won't do a good job. It's just really.
I said it is not that. It's not whether he'll do a good job. It's that they need this next Avengers movie to make $2 billion at the box office, and there's literally no other way they can do it. So it's like, oh, just bring back Robert Downey Jr. And here we are.
Iron Man is suddenly Dr. Doom? This doesn't make sense.
I mean, what the fuck? I'm so confused.
So the normies are going to be confused. So the way that they're going to BS around this is that Tony Stark from somewhere in the multiverse became Dr. Doom. So it's like one of those like weird comic book one-offs. It's like, well, what if, Black Panther was Star-Lord? So they're going to do this for the next Avengers movie now. Like, there was no one else you guys could have hired for Kang. Like, there's no other big name black actor you could have brought in to replace Jonathan Majors to be Kang.
So
I hear Will Smith's looking for work.
Joe and Anthony Russo. I remember it was like rumored that they were going to be coming back to do Avengers movies. Joe and I truly believe that was the end of us for the MCU because we had put all our passion and love into those past films.
Yep.
Well, isn't Idris Elba available? I mean, isn't he the standard go-to?
Well, he was already in Thor, but
yeah.
It's the multiverse, baby. Like I said, it's the multiverse. Yep. Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah,
nothing matters.
Yeah.
Well, we could create a BS universe out of thin air and then just say like, here, this is why we're doing this. So sure. So now it's going to be the Avengers versus Doctor Doom. However, we still don't have an actual Avengers team to lead up to the next.
All right. Well, man, I got you. There's Miss Marvel. Okay. There's Photon. Black Panther.
There's Black Captain America.
World Black Panther.
Black Captain America. Yep. Now you get Kate Bishop. Okay. And Yelena. Oh, that just sounds like so bad. Oh, and you have Wong Ching Chong.
So realistically, based on the characters, realistically, based on the characters they've already established, your team at the moment is probably looking like maybe Brie Larson comes back, even though that last movie didn't do her any favors. Doctor Strange, Black Panther, female Captain America.
Loki,
She-Hulk,
Ironheart.
Do you really want to bring She-Hulk in for a thing?
Yeah, She-Hulk's definitely gonna be a part of it. You know how Tatiana Maslany talking about that trans stuff? Oh, they love that. Oh, she's gonna be in the next one.
I mean,
sure.
No, you got to bring Deadpool into it and have them all go out like X-Force.
I mean, your Avengers team right now looks like straight ass, like straight doo-doo.
I just want to say, Fantastic Four.
Are they supposed to have some emotional attachment to Tony when they see him looking like that's Dr. Doom? None of these motherfuckers knew him, except for Sam.
like very few. Yeah.
Sam and Rhodey maybe are going to be the only ones to give a shit. Black Widow's dead.
But did they have a sister?
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter. They'll just find some other universe's version of Black Widow. Like that's the deaths don't matter anymore.
Here is Fantastic Four is titled The Fantastic Four First Steps. The first steps to what? Redemption or absolute dog shit?
Why does it look almost like a baby's toy type font?
Right?
It's
and they're calling it First
like the 60s. It's I think it's going to be a 60s period piece. Yeah, definitely. Look at the artwork.
All right. Did anything else get revealed? I'd imagine it's all gonna be down here too. The Penguin trailer released. Stan praises Pew and Thunderbolts. Glenn Powell joins Family Guy Halloween special. What else is going down here? Actually,
I can tell you right now, based on the YouTube comments from the like the big accounts that have broken this news, it is very 50-50 right now. There's some people are like, oh my god, I can't wait. Other people are like, you guys have lost it, bringing this dude back.
And not as Iron Man.
It's not a unanimous, oh my god, Marvel's so back. Like everyone's like, why would you do this?
You can kind of get away with bringing him back as Iron Man because of the multiverse and the fact that deaths don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But to bring him as the new bad guy, it's confusion. It's desperation just to try to get butts in the seats because oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr.
And another way of shitting on the legacy of the character, they don't want you to like Iron Man anymore.
Yeah.
It said okay.
It's a problematic white man.
Problematic white man. Oh, I love problematic white men. Oh
Go back and rewatch Iron Man 1. That movie would never have been made today.
That movie's so good. Yeah, this is the one that Society showed. You could just God, man. He just comes on, he reveals. Blow it up. You mean like you want to blow my wife? The fuck?
I mean, he looks badass up there, but
I mean, he is 62, so I mean, he'll be like legit. No, he'll actually be legit 62 by the time this film comes out. So,
and he's vegan, so I mean, now he's got the special powers for being a vegan.
Yeah, which means he only has a life expectancy of 72.
Oh my god! I forgot they weren't gonna live stream this US Comic-Con event when they had their holiday thing. I wonder what Kevin Feige said about basically a black male actor that basically had some legal troubles and they had to basically rebrand Avengers 5 to that. Like, do you know how like I'm not gonna say he called RDJ like desperate, but keep in mind they were really like pivoting Kang to be like the next Thanos, and then situation arise, and then hey RDJ, you want to come back as Iron Man? Nah, Dr. Doom. Yes. And it's all, but Kevin Feige's like, oh, thank God that happened because I had nothing else after that.
Like
Feige was down on his knees, mouth open, right in front of Downey Jr., going, "Please come back. I'll do whatever you want."
I will say this here. I'm not saying he's going to do a bad job. I think he'll actually knock it out of the park. But this is just really confusing. I'm just saying it's just confusing. It's not like a bad announcement. It's just like, yeah. Are you guys sure?
Like I say, it just further shows you that they really didn't have any plan after Endgame, because the whole thing is like this era of the Avengers characters is supposed to be like done in a way where we're moving over to the next generation, and because all of these characters they've introduced over the last several years, most of them from the comics that nobody liked, have all fallen apart, and there's no juice with any of these characters. They have to go back to the well once again and be like, okay, Robert, you want to come back and do it? We'll pay you $100 million as long as you come back and play it. Well, you play a completely different character now, so you don't have to worry about being Iron Man anymore. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And it's like, yeah, guys, the old man's back. Aren't you excited? Because that also goes to like another problem with kind of the MCU in general. This thing's been going on now for 18 years. You guys didn't create any stars. Any of these movies, the Deadpool movie is the 33rd movie that they've released at the MCU. 34th, excuse me, since it started. They haven't created any other stars since then. It's like, it was like 5 years ago you were saying, okay, we're going all in on Brie Larson. Brie Larson is going to bring us to this new age of the MCU. That fell apart. Then it was like, no, guys, you guys are going to love Kang the Conqueror. You guys are going to love Jonathan. That fell apart. Then they looked around and it's like, well, damn, who else do we got? Chris Hemsworth? Is he? No? Okay. Tom, no, that's Sony. God. Iman Vellani? Oh God, we're screwed. And that's pretty much where we're at right
Walter
now.
says, I don't see how a version of a character from a completely different universe with different circumstances hurts the character's legacy. If that's the case, we have a multiverse. No, but that inherently is the same thing. It doesn't matter, because if you kill off a character, but you have a multiverse, and that death really doesn't mean as much because, yeah, you have different versions of the character. It's supposed to mean something like, oh, I don't have this guy anymore. That fucking sucks. If you just go, well, there's a multiverse, well, then I shouldn't feel sad for that.
Well, if your whole thing is, well, it's just the multiverse, it's like, okay, then nothing means anything. Then nothing means anything at all. So like
it takes away. And so a character, you're never going to really feel any attachment to any new characters because you really don't care if they live or die, because it's the multiverse. They'll bring them back. I mean, granted, they've been doing it with comics on that in the sense of killing a character and bring them back, but that's done a little bit differently. Them doing it MCU when you're using a specific actor for it and then they kill off and then bring them in as a different character, that's where you start to have problems. And even if it's like a situation of like a what if, well, from this different universe, Robert Downey Jr. his character actually became Dr. Doom. Well, that doesn't jive.
Yep. Yeah, because the early reports are saying that Iron Man would become a version of Dr. Doom. So this is a theory. According to the MCU theory, RDJ would come back not as the MCU's Tony Stark, which is fine, okay, but an Iron Man variant from the multiverse, which is what you guys said, after going up against Thanos and leaning on magic due to technology not helping him defeat the Mad Titan. Iron Man would become a version of Dr. Doom. So it's basically an Iron Man that tried to defeat Thanos by not getting the gauntlet off his hand, and later on ended up being this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear a whole. You want to know what? That sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, you can make that for like anything now. It's like, well, what about the universe where Tony Stark fails and he becomes the Punisher and just starts?
Remember they did it in Doctor Strange 2. Remember? Yeah, they did exactly in Doctor Strange 2. It's the same shit they pulled there. Oh God. I mean, I don't. Keep in mind, I'm going to reiterate this on the show. I like the idea of him playing to Dr. Doom. It's just more like, okay.
I mean, think there's even a
So here's my question: Could you have not have paid Tom Cruise the same amount of money? Because if you really want like a oh my God, holy shit moment, bring Tom Cruise in to play Dr. Doom. Yep. And then watch everyone lose their effing minds.
And height doesn't. And height
playing Doctor, that'd be fucking amazing, honestly.
And height doesn't matter in Marvel. So
nope.
let's see. What do you guys say in the checks? I don't listen to nothing you guys say because you're all clout chasing fucks.
I've been reading it.
If I can watch the horrible Human Torch become Captain America, and I can watch Deadpool in the same universe redo his legacy, I don't see the trouble with this. It's not trouble. It's about meaningful impact of how these characters, how you see them, you know? Because arguably we can't talk about that till tomorrow. But oh god.
Well, even slightly touching on that without going too much in the movie, because Chris Evans did Human Torch and he did Captain America. Most of the people actually see him as Captain America. They don't see him as Johnny Torch because the fact that the original movies of Fantastic Four just didn't do as well. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Most people don't think of Ryan Reynolds and they see Ryan Reynolds and think, oh, Green Lantern. They think Deadpool.
And then they also just confirmed, and then we kind of mentioned this too, but they also just confirmed that the Russo brothers will come back to direct Avengers Doomsday and Secret War. So they're doing the next two.
That
might be
that one wasn't a bad idea, because keep in mind they've had many interviews where they've been asked, would you come back and do this X project? They've always been super enthusiastic about coming back and doing something. But then again, back then when they were able to like shine with Winter Soldier, Civil War, and both Avengers movies, even though people might not like them as much, they were able to really get the most out of everyone. That's when they had like a pretty incredible line of people that they had that they could pull talent to. When they have these two Avengers movies that they're going to be doing, who are they pulling for their main characters? Back then, they had who we just mentioned in all their movies. They had all that to pull from, and now you have who? Fucking Photon, Kamala Khan.
Yeah, that's the thing. They had the actual Avengers in the Avengers movies.
Now you have whatever the fuck this is.
Even being optimistic, yes, and I don't hate multiverse stuff like a lot of people do. I loved Fringe. I think when multiverse is done right and carefully, it can be pretty interesting, and I can enjoy it just fine. But what does this have going for it other than now Robert Downey Jr. and the Russo brothers? That could be good, even if they have good writing. But you're right, they don't have any other core cast to lean on. What are the characters we're going to be going there to see face up against Doctor Doom? Maybe the new Fantastic Four. It's an Avengers movie, so
RDJ is going to come in Avengers Doomsday and outact everybody. I'm going to thunk that. Like that's. I'm not going to be surprised if he does. He might honestly play the best hero in the MCU, and he might honestly play the best villain. That is a huge possibility. He might be the best villain and the best hero at this point when that movie drops, you know?
That really just goes to mean that, like I said, you haven't created any other stars outside of this one guy in like 20 years, which isn't really a good thing. But here's some of the reactions somewhere. It says, call me nuts if I'm off, but I feel like Michael Fassbender will make a good Doom, especially a better Magneto at least. Dr. Doom is playing Dr. Doom disguised as another Dr. Doom. Hell yeah. This meme bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. He said, is he going to play Doom in the films? I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not watching Disney, so it doesn't matter either way. A lot of people are face palming here. They say, hey, just wondering, this is an out of season April Fool's joke. Oh, this one's great.
Why?
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. This is utterly ridiculous. This guy says, I hate this place.
I hate this place. Holy shit.
Marvel man. Going full member berries. So like I said, the reaction for the most part has seemed kind of be split down in the middle. And it's not just like our spirits.
So he's supposed to be...
Even the normies are like why? What would you do?
RDJ is going to play has played Tony Stark. And he's gonna play Victor Vaughn.
He's gonna be playing weird. He's gonna be playing Tony Stark playing Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's if they go with that, then that's kind of what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So you're going with a what if scenario,
and also
using the multiverse.
Since he's gonna be in Avengers Doomsday, he's not gonna be the Fantastic Four movie. He's gonna that's Galactus right there for them. So Walter says, I'm a steaks guy. Are you an Omaha Steaks? Are you like a well done steak kind of guy? Whatever. That's a meat joke. I'm a steaks guy. And multiverse stories, in my opinion, really offer them. Yeah, because that's what that's the problem though.
I get that argument.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's why multiverse has to be done right, and it has to still have stakes. Certain like Fringe is a good example of it being done right.
Yeah, I'm glad that
there are very few good examples.
Fringe was one that did very good with it, especially with the and it's the whole point of just being when it comes to a air quotes a multiverse, like with Fringe, just did a polar opposite universe. Didn't do tons of other ones. Star Trek with the dark universe, where it's just a polar opposite of what the actual universe is. There isn't all of these different multiverses within. When you start to have like Earth 10035, now you're out of control. And the prime one is 616.
Don't worry, guys. This is Tony Stark from Earth 268428255. It's not the one from 616, even though 616 is the comic book version, which is completely different than the movie version. So they don't even know how their own timeline works.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Everyone's retarded.
Well, that doesn't work with the canon. What are we going to do? Oh, just create another world. What numbers haven't we used yet?
I'm honestly pretty excited by this news because of the directions they can go with this. I can see a scenario where after Age of Ultron, an alternate Stark could had win all in on his vision. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm talking about like, how would you say
it continues to the second comment.
Yeah.
So does this officially mean now that the only official Victor Von Doom we get in the MCU will actually be Tony Stark?
Right.
So fuck Victor Von Doom's story because it's not like he had an entire backstory and tragic like past or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Right. Going to college.
If any casual says Dr. Doom's not popular, take whatever they say and throw that shit in the trash. Actually, just burn there. I don't know if you can actually revoke someone's nerd card. If someone ever says that, nothing that person says is worth literally anything. Actually,
so essentially they just butterfly affected Tony Stark. You had a butterfly that farted in the Amazon, and all of a sudden now he's Victor Von Doom.
Yeah. All this based on Marvel making it to 2026. No, I think they'll get to 2026. The problem here is their financial profitabilities won't be there until 2026. Keep in mind, if you just put Artie, keep in mind, they're going to heavily market that guy for Avengers. And keep in mind, Avengers, I think just off name alone is going to draw people in. It's something that they probably might have. But
yeah,
that's
now, how would you guys feel if this is actually a bait and switch for them to bring back Julie McMahon as the actual Dr. Doom?
Oh, I was just thinking that they should have done that. Just bring him back.
Yeah.
I mean, he still looks good. I mean, he can't be that much older than Robert Downey Jr. either. So, I mean,
no, I think they're about the same age.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually like 3 years younger than Robert. So, I mean, yeah.
But again, this is what screwed up with the whole multiverses. Okay, they're doing a 60s piece. When did he play Iron Man? What time frame? So he shouldn't even be that old. He may not even, he would be a child at that point back in the 60s.
Yeah, this won't be a Victor Von Doom that went to college with Reed Richards and, competed for Susan and all that other shit. They're not doing that. This is just like MSK was saying, it's going to be a different turn of events for Tony, and now Tony is Dr. Doom.
Right. If he's a different variant, then this could have been a butt-fuck random universe. Like, keep in mind, Fantastic Four is set in a different time period, so that one... No! It's probably it's not even going to play out that way. People forget the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out doesn't even have the real Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
and remember what people said? People said, just give it time, bro. They might just announce the dude, bro. You're just a chud, bro. Okay, we've waited actually like 4 months. Where's the dude casting? Oh, wait, there was never going to be one.
There's never going to be one.
Nope.
Yeah. If anyone believed that, honestly, your mom deserves to literally throw your phone into the fucking water. That was a thing people actually said. Wait for the dude casting, bro. Bro, it's been like 6 months, dog. Like, where that casting at? No, they're really gonna run in a Fantastic Four movie with a female Silver Surfer that only appeared in 4 issues of the comics. Keep in mind, I didn't know this myself because I didn't fucking give a fuck. Most people had to look that up because no one cared. No one literally cared. Whatever. I mean, Dr. Doom might appear in a Fantastic Four movie, the version that we know, but then again, I highly doubt that, given their track record of stuff.
What's even the point of introducing him in the Fantastic Four now? Because now you're going to give us a lesser version of Dr. Doom, who's supposed to be the real version of Dr. Doom, right before you replace him with Tony Stark to begin with.
Because
so it's like, what would even be the point of introducing him if he's not going to be the one that Robert's playing?
Can't stage is saying hi, my dudes. No problem, man. What's up, Sammy? Darnell, I'm ignoring you because you're a white man. That's why.
Because you're
Mexican.
White. Oh God. All right. I'm pretty sure that's all the big announcements they had at Comic-Con.
So just real quick here, because so they now have announced that in the Doomsday movie that it will have both the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four in the movie. So I don't know if they're planning on combining those two and making new Avengers out of them. If that's the case, that's going to suck ass, a whole lot of ass.
Ass.
Not having but the only movies leading up to this new Avengers movies now is, like I said, the Black Captain America movie, the Thunderbolts, which hasn't been filed with 1,000 reshoots just yet. Fantastic Four, and as of right now, which let it be, but as of right now, the last movie before this Avengers movie is scheduled to be Blade, even though Blade has now lost its second director and third writer before this date. So that one may have to be moved again or just canceled outright. So I don't see how you squeeze Blade in between Fantastic Four and Avengers at this point with everything that's going on behind the scenes with that film.
They're going to name it something else and just call it the Blade Saga.
Hey, man, at least it'll be rated R.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we're now entering an age, and I'm not even joking now. We're now entering an age where all the superheroes in the movies are going to be in their 50s and 60s now, right? Because Robert's almost 60, Ali's in his mid 50s now because they waited so long to actually make this film. We already got 60-year-old Blade. So it's sure, let's everyone just be AARP and just go all in on it. Let's go crazy.
Well, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts in the same movie, and people are going to be like, "What do you?" I would expect that in Secret Wars they would have all the people team up in that movie. People are like, "Oh my God, did Fantastic?" Yes, I would imagine in a movie called Avengers: Secret Wars, they had a lot of their past characters come back. All right, people are.
My theory for Secret Wars, they're gonna get so desperate now. I was thinking this before, but now that they now that they brought in Robert Downey Jr., they're going to go full. It's going to be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds.
No, that was the plan. I've said this for at least the last 3 years now. The plan for Secret Wars is that they're going to bring back anyone who's ever been in any Marvel movie ever who's still alive, and they're going to bring them back to be in Secret Wars. So all of the X-Men from the Fox movies, everyone who's played any version of Fantastic Four, if they get Dolph Lundgren to come back and play the Punisher, they'll get him. It's if you've been in
I would be excited for that one.
Yeah, you're going to be in Secret War.
Yeah. I am SK.
Thomas Jane probably going to come back.
Oh, no. Cool. You might get a... No, I won't. Nope. Can't see those things.
No.
Not till tomorrow?
Too much stuff to say tomorrow, actually.
Oh, yeah, especially after that second viewing and catching some additional things. Oh, yeah. What really sucked on that second... On the second viewing of Deadpool, it really sucked because it was actually a full theater, which is really adding to quite a bit. But the thing is that because I'd seen it already, certain lines came up and I had to restrain myself from actually saying the lines.
Somebody said on Twitter, this isn't desperation, this is aspiration.
Tomorrow we'll be able to have a full line of dialogue about the newest MCU movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. And if you still don't want to be spoiled, spoiler-free review is in my vlog, actually. But Tomorrow, no, I remember the entire movie in my head for the most part. I probably should have in theory went back and rewatched, but I don't really do that. I don't think I've ever really did that where I went back and rewatched something that I already just watched in theaters. It's happened with maybe like one movie I think in my entire life, maybe two. You know, I'll probably just go on a cam version and watch the real quality there, 30p from someone's fucking chair, 30 feet away from the screen. That's real movie quality right there. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I most of the sentiments that I see online were the same ones that I had. Basically, fun, enjoyable movie with certain key things lacking.
Said, bro just said we dead ass got Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday before we got GTA 6.
We got RDJ back before Mahershala Ali ever got his own MCU movie. That's actually insane. He's been
Martin.
We brought back Snipes as Blade before we got Ali as Blade in MCU.
God, not true. Never happened. Ugh.
Oh, is that not supposed to say that out loud?
Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU before Martin finished Winds of Winter.
True. Oh God. Selena says, I'd watch the hell out of Secret Wars then. No. Like people understand what in the comics, Secret Wars was that. It's a culmination of like a lot of the heroes. So anyone you can think of is probably going to be in that movie. Remember, they already had articles talking about that too, where they've cast like over 60 plus people to be in Secret Wars. 60 plus people already for characters that have played Marvel heroes. So you could imagine maybe like Ang Lee's Hulk will be in that. Effing God. Shit. Yeah, fucking hell. Other things I can't say.
Anyone who's literally been in any Marvel movie ever will be back. They'll if they can find that dude who's in that Captain America movie with the bike helmet, they'll bring him back too.
Red Skull, get him in there. Even though he's been gone.
Is Lou Ferrigno still alive?
Probably not.
Oh yeah,
probably
Lou Ferrigno's still alive.
Oh God, man.
He still does the voice of the Hulk.
How about the greatest American hero? Is he Marvel?
Not Marvel.
No. This was the ultimate one that he tried to throw shade at. I love when people say these things. They're so stupid. They make no sense. They're like, he was like, well, then whine about it on your podcast. Maybe you'll get some views catering to a bunch of people who are big mad they changed a fat ass villain. Whining on a podcast. Is that supposed to be an insult? I don't know what that's supposed to be an insult. Like that. Yeah, whining on a podcast is pretty crazy. No, normal people do podcasts and talk to each other. That's not actually crazy at all. That means you just don't have any friends. But
like how many followers do I have? Like 12?
148?
Yeah, it's basically 12.
It's like my ex account.
Numbers, yeah.
Yeah, it might as well be 12.
I was about deciding just flexing he has higher numbers. I'm not flexing at all, guys. Just saying, you know.
No, I just got a couple of accounts over 1,000. It's no big deal.
Oh yeah, man. Okay. I posted a progress update. Last time I did my pinned tweet, I was like 30, 40 away from hitting 1,000. Now it's 12. So we've been definitely putting in some work, getting into some, and by work I mean me and you guys cloud chasing off of me, obviously, So we got to get the hump. We got to get 12 more subs. Who do I have to blow to get 12 subs? Let me know.
You're 10. I'm seeing you only need 10.
I need 10 now. Who do I gotta blow even more to get 10 subs?
Apparently 10 people.
That is okay. I'm not the Hawk Tool girl. I can
bust out the chloroseptic, buddy. You've got work to do.
Oh God. I can't wait for Chris Evans to come back next as Captain America before he rips off his skin and peels off his America logo to reveal he's the Red Skull. He could do what he needs to do in a version of Avengers Doomsday. He needs to do that one comic where he's like, "Hail Hydra." Bruh. I remember when that first got revealed. Oh my God, the internet was on fire that day. Oh God. I'm already catching some pronoun cold heat from my post on Marvel saying RDJ was a lame choice. I didn't know this was an offer before I subbed. Hello? I just wanted RDJ back as Iron Man. Well, Selena, you'll get him back now.
Honestly, I'm gonna be straight with you. I didn't even want him back as Iron Man. Like when he died, I was like, okay, good, it's time.
I felt the opposite.
Recast and move on.
They should have just never killed him to begin with. Why did they kill him? He's literally the biggest.
You got to admit,
character.
That was a great death scene of everything.
I don't disagree with that. It's just Iron Man is a part of so many awesome stories in the books. Like, and now we just can't have them anymore because reasons.
I think the MCU should have just stopped after that. That should have been the end, at least for a while.
Yeah. I just never understood the reason to kill him off. The more you think about it, you're like, why did he have to die? That's from the not. I get it from an actor point of view. He probably want to take a break. That makes perfect sense. You still don't need to kill him off, though. You can still be around. You could just be like, "Hey, I'm in space getting butt fucked by a scroll or something." I don't know.
That's what Nick Fury's doing, apparently.
Don't even bring that up anymore. That's tragic. That's actually tragic.
I know the way they ruined him more than any other character in the MCU. They did dirty. They did Nick Fury the dirtiest.
Lost his eye to a damn cat.
Yeah. Never really accomplished anything. Wasn't an actual spy. Was just exploiting the poor alien refugees the whole time. Fuck all of that.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. You now need
too about the X-Men. People forget Juggernaut is not a mutant.
Yeah. No, his powers come from magic.
Yeah. So yeah, Juggernaut could definitely beat Batman
ruin
pretty hard. Can like crush him.
A one-on-one fight. Yeah.
You now need 11 subscribers, Blue-Eyed Scorpio, just unsubbed, so that he can get in on that offer that you were making earlier.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do that too. That's a good idea.
If you do that, I will never talk to you ever again.
Are you serious?
What?
Because that's even more incentive.
Okay, now I need 10 subs. Now I have to update my pin tweet. Damn. Why are you guys doing this? Oh my god. Fucking hell, dude. Why do people tease me like that? God damn it. Son of a bitch. I will say, the reason why I get passionate with this stuff, I'm not trying to be mean to people. I really am not. But I love this stuff. And I love it just as much as when I first discovered it. So when there's things that I don't like, I'm sorry. I do apologize. I will voice my concerns with those things. And I'm not just going to... How my reaction this is going to be 50-50. I might like it, I might not like it. That's just how it's going to be. But keep in mind, that's what you should be able to do. You know? So if someone says, well, you should just like it just because, I don't know, that sounds kind of dictatorish. I don't know if I really like that, where that conversation's going. Good Lord. But I don't know where this stuff goes generally, you know? I think the MCU is going to end up winning in the end when all you bigots are going to eat your words come Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah. I can't wait till Brie Larson fights the variant of Storm because they're going to bring Halle Bailey back or something. I don't know. Who cares? This whole thing's done. Why am I still here? No, I feel like a minor league baseball announcer who's just like drunk like halfway during the fifth inning. It's like, who cares anymore?
Yeah.
Now, I'd say if the writing's good and everything, well, I'll wait and see what they put out. But
like I said, whatever it is, we know it's going to be a patch-up job because now, their entire bridge of getting us from Secret Wars is supposed to be Kang, and now I guess we can throw Kang completely out of the window now. So, for the record, this is official Marvel canon. So don't say that I'm the one that's being racist here. But the last scene that we've ever seen with Kang the Conqueror is a stadium full of Kangs, quite literally barking like monkeys. So that's the last time we've ever saw Kang the Conqueror. Thanks, Marvel.
It's one of those things where you're watching for that character because they're the main heroes. People were watching for Captain America and Iron Man. Those are the main characters that they were pushing ever since the beginning. Keep in mind, if people feel like when they're not there, they don't want to watch anymore, well, that would make a lot of sense because the two main anchors are not there. It makes perfect sense why people wouldn't want to watch. The people that you inherently originally watched and cared for are dead. They quite literally killed him in whatever this universe is, the 616 is. Yeah, and in theory, you'd hope that they could tell stories without them. Remember, keep in mind, this is all an in theory thing. And in theory, a lot of things can work. But in reality, well, this is the reality you get. I never thought they could tell good stories without them. I never thought they could. Because they couldn't really tell good stories with them, and they had a lot of issues with them in other past movies as well. Not like them specifically. Oh, no, Iron Man 2 is not as good as the first one. Iron Man 3 is certainly a movie. Captain America had all good movies, so that one doesn't apply to him, obviously. Well, he's getting a fourth one.
Iron Man was good. The first Iron Man was good. The second one was basically commercial for the Avengers. The third one was just the thing that happened, and then outside of that, we just had a varying appearances in like Avengers movies.
Because
outside of that,
the idea that they could tell good stories without them is on this idea that, hey, this person was okay. Here's an example. Let's say Iron was a successful coach at something, and he won 6 rings or whatever. So people would automatically think that.
How do you know I didn't?
Oh, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
So just because you maybe did something in one way and you were successful at it doesn't mean you're not going to be good at it the other way. Those aren't one-to-one transferable comparisons. Plus, also, there was different people at Marvel at the time doing all those things. Keep in mind, the first time you ever saw Iron Man is from Paramount. It's not Disney that does it. Remember, the actual Disney MCU movie was Iron Man 3. That's not good at all. It's bad. It's an awful movie. That's from them, Yeah, all different people. Shane Black did it. He's a different person than Jon Favreau. At least Iron Man 2 is somewhat lovable and good to a certain extent. It's a pretty cheesy,
I don't hate Iron Man 3, but I do in a lot of ways as well. So,
I don't watch Game of Thrones at all because I'm not a loser.
No, you're gay.
Yeah, I'm very straight. So that's the thing. Is it's like if you watch
you're
Naruto,
straight as a hook.
That's like if you watch Naruto and they just kill off Naruto. Okay, why do I watch Naruto then? Yeah, in theory they could tell good stories with Sakura. Yeah, but I don't want to watch for that. I want to watch because Naruto's there. People wanted to watch the MCU because RDJ was in it playing Iron Man. I can understand why people didn't want to check it out after that. It makes actual perfect sense. Watch Dragon Ball Z without Goku. That would be actually tragic.
I'm gonna disagree with you right there. The reason wasn't
disagreement. Can't have that echo chamber.
Look, they could have succeeded just fine kick him out. He's not talking right now. They could have succeeded just fine without Iron. It wasn't not having Robert Downey Jr. It was everything. It was the writing and what else they did after that. They could have succeeded. They didn't want to. They wanted to push the agenda before trying to push something maybe a little different, but still would have been acceptable.
Oh, Disney acquired the rights in 2012. So
yeah,
they Paramount, I think, I could be wrong, still had the logo on Iron Man 3, but no, Disney fully acquired the MCU when Phase 2 kicked off, actually. So it'll be 2013. That's the thing. It's a lot in our brains, we want to think that they could do just as good a job as they did the first time around. Kind of find out. That's why certain sequels don't work as good, because sometimes something can only be good in that specific instance. You're not always, because that's a really broad idea to be well, they did do it good the first time. Second time they should be able to. Why should they be able to? There's nothing to prove that. You'd have to do it again. You did from scratch, actually. You have to that's what they essentially did, and it just has not worked out. I wonder why, But I'm black and good looking and rich, so that's kind of what I get around being here. Well, what is Selena doing?
Well,
is Selena still sleeping?
So going to Deadpool real briefly here, I'm looking at the numbers. So currently it's ranked number 1 as top R for domestic.
Top R or top N?
Top rated R movie release.
Dang it.
Domestically ranked number 1. 96.
Yeah, as far as R-rated movie goes, I can't think of a big, massive R-rated movie. Usually the ones that do really big are the PG-13 at least. But even when the first Deadpool movie came out, it was a massive released for like an R-rated film. Because I think before then the record was like, I think it was like the second Matrix movie had the record for largest rated R movie. So it's like, yeah, rated R movies typically don't do this big, but because there's a massive comic book franchise like behind it, that's why this one's blowing up. So,
and also listed as biggest domestic July day.
Oh,
in their breakdown.
Greetings.
That's
oh,
a big
man.
movie.
Hi, Judo. If it's your first time here, subscribe, and it's great to have you here, man. Great YouTube gods of the algorithm push you to me, all-knowing, clout-chasing god, me, actually.
Yeah, he only needs something like 12 or 13 more subscribers to get to his goal now.
And he's willing to do anything to earn them.
I'm willing to straight up hawk tool women, not men, because that's gay, actually. But thank you,
he'll only hawk to on a woman's penis.
No,
the female penis.
Hey! If I can make her blow her load, did I not win?
Okay, Chris Tyson's, calm down.
R. Kelly's black.
Speaking of Chris, did you hear like the news story where apparently some tranny was all like, "Oh yeah, Chris sexually assaulted me because I blew him a few times hoping I can advance my career, that he didn't return the favor." It's like, that's not sexual assault. It's like you tried to sleep your way to the top and failed.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's two entirely different things.
But using a cat, so we're using casting couch type methods now for Mr. Beast's crew. I mean, that's pretty bad.
Oh, you know what's crazy? How like these people will say, "Oh my God, there's too many ironies with that." Oh my God! So this person was pretending to be a woman, tried to couch themselves to the top. So you got treated like a woman? Yep. What? So whatever. I don't care, man. I don't care.
She literally went through her. Oh, I blew a guy. He didn't call me back. Period. It's like, yeah, now you're a whore. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh God, man, it's actually crazy. Chris Tyson Discord is apparently up. Yeah, we can't. YouTube has been very on people about that. I don't like doing this, but it's what we got to do. If you're on YouTube, we got to mince our words a little bit. I do have a big video about Chris Tyson coming out myself that I compiled all these tweets through. I mean, myself in that video, I have to mince my words in. Because they just age restrict stuff. And it's like, dude, why are you trying to silence this? It's like everyone's going to be talking about it. It's so like, man, your biggest freaking channel the guy might have known his friend was a kid diddler.
But that's the reason why YouTube's going to protect him, because he's the biggest money maker for them.
The diddler.
Rejected. What is that? Rejected Batman characters.
I'm sorry. I have to make up words. That's sorry, guys. This is what I do. It's YouTube's forcing me to. They're censoring the Mr. Beast of Heart. Yeah, I know. I can't even probably use Chris Tyson in the thumbnail, actually. But I gotta put out. I gotta talk about it. It's just what we gotta do.
Yeah, because we can't have everyone know that the biggest YouTuber in the world has been grooming kids for several years.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
Yeah, right. We have to go back and watch, our money videos where we're just giving away loads of money. Focus on the money. Don't focus on the kid diddling. Focus on the money.
Look at the jingling keys. Ignore what's happening over there.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, they're literally worshiping the devil on the Summer Olympics. Oh, here's Robert Downey Jr. Everyone, Robert Downey Jr. is back. Go back to focusing on the Doctor Doom. Go back over there.
God, man. Oh God, it's.
They just called you the tickler in the comments. You're now known as the tickler.
Nope, not touching that. Nope, not doing it. Because people said,
"Are we gonna get you in green spandex?" So you can.
Do you know what? Like when the Chris situation really took off, people were like, he did some really bad stuff, but could you please use the correct pronouns? Mm-hmm. No.
I was like, oh my God, this person did an entire video and didn't refer to her as she once. It's like, yeah, no, what else he did? Diddle kids. I think that's the higher priority on the list over, oh my God, you didn't use my pronouns, or oh my God, you diddled children.
Why are people so stupid? Oh my God. I know you touch kids, and that's a bad thing. But could you please just call them by the correct word? Shut up. Fuck off.
I know we're talking about grooming 13-year-olds here, but can you please use the correct pronouns of alleged child diddler?
Oh my God. Jeez, man.
If you don't refer to Chris as his referred pronouns, I'm going to kill myself. It's like, what kind of ultimatum threat is that?
I would just say, do it, pussy. Yo, what was the thing that people used to say back in the day?
No balls.
Yeah, no balls. Or what's the one? Pixar didn't happen. I'm gonna off myself. Film it. Pixar didn't happen, bitch. That's all I gotta say to people. Oh God. What happened to the stream that Dromuller was gonna do?
Which one? The one, but they were. I know they were supposed to be releasing like the Discord comments. I don't know if they ever went through with that one yet or not, or maybe they're just now releasing some of it. Who knows?
So Chris's alleged sister said this on I think a tweet or something like that. She said, "I'm his sibling. He, and yes, I use the correct pronoun. Okay, pretty based. Told me that he got fully aroused when he secretly stole my female clothes and put them on. He's deluded and disturbed, and it's 100% a fetish.
Yep.
And it's 100% a fetish. He's narcissistic, and professionals have told him he needs a full psych evaluation." Well, he won't be getting that. He should be in jail, actually. So
some of the leaked Discord messages that are coming out, a lot of sexual related content about Chris and alleged minors that were on their Discord, even going as far as them showing pornographic images to say.
Oh, and I'm watching it. No, it's going to be dropped all at once. I don't know why I shouldn't. I'll watch it. Do a full season review.
And they confirmed Mr. Beast was in fact in this server too, so he can't sit here and pretend like he had no idea that the server was here. They got his username and everything. So thanks, Chris. All I can say at this point is like, hey, Jimmy, remember when like a year ago people told you to dump this guy because he was going to be a massive liability for you and your empire, and then you said,
then he said all this all of his transphobe comments are, really pissing me off. Well, okay, all right, buddy, fuck off, fuck Mr. Beast. Lord, man, no,
I gotta find it.
But don't worry, guys. I am watching the show. I'm watching the new Batman animated series. I don't know why I shouldn't. Like, people factor in, these things for me aren't deal breakers. It's just, I just find them to be stupid and meaningless and in ways where I get to voice my opinions. But no, what he said does have some merit. That happening doesn't automatically mean the show's going to be bad. It's just a huge red flag. That's all I'm saying. That these things are red flags that could add to being something bad. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I could be fair,
when you need to be.
Drama alert. 10 minutes until the Chris Tyson Discord leaks are supposed to allegedly come out. Okay. Countdown. 50,000 Discord messages from Chris Tyson's private server will be allegedly dropped. Keep in mind, it's been revealed this guy actually had a secret Twitter account named Ava where he would post booty pics. He was. I saw them. All of a sudden, I scrolled.
What is the meme? Was the meme? Imagine the smell.
It's that. I love the one where it's the doll. It looks like a white guy just throwing up everywhere. Just. I saw this guy in a thong and his ass popping out, and he said, "Do you want to come get her?" Oh fuck! Help me, please. Now keep in mind.
In time.
Keep in mind, I didn't look very long. I immediately scrolled past that. I just wanted to check and see if it was
2.5, 3 minutes tops, maybe 10.
You have to confirm if they're real with your own eyes.
No less than 9. I mean, you got to do thorough research.
I was gonna actually have that thread in the video. It was a long 16 tweet thread. I went to my computer so fast and dropped my phone. It was quite literally the most disgusting thing I ever seen. Grown ass dude wearing a thong, butthole all getting exposed, saying, "You want to come tap this?" I guarantee you, he was gonna start an OnlyFans account, being a troon, being like, "Hey, you want to come get this Badussy?"
He was gonna find some big black guy, and he was gonna go to town. Like, this is my new daddy.
Oh, God!
Fuck me, forced monkey.
It would. It would have looked like a stream set out of Oz.
Oh, God! Hey guys, I'm with my new Sega daddy. Oh shit! Oh my God!
And then like 2
Hold on,
weeks
I
later,
need to
he has
look
a
this
black
up.
eye for no reason.
Chris Tyson leaks. I have to go through my phone to see.
You maybe want to be careful putting that one into the search engine because you might not get what you're looking for. On that.
Holy shit! More evidence dropped that he's a child diddler. Okay. So I want people to understand the connection between them. They were literally at the Kids' Choice Awards about 2 years ago with Mr. Beast? About a couple years ago? They're with each other at the Kids' Choice Awards?
Yeah, because I think there was one before he turned Troon, and there was one after he turned Troon. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so gross, man. Fucking weird fucks. Yeah, if I could straight up unsee those ass pics that I saw, I would just please.
As it turns out, you literally could not trust Chris with your children. Shocking how that became a thing, but this is what everyone's sending Mr. Beast right now, so it's kind of funny.
You know they got your mans. They got your mans on assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. Nigga you be hanging with. Oh, offender. And it was your mans. He was your boy. You grew up with him. That's crazy, man. You ain't know what he was doing? You ain't feel bad at all? Like no guilt, none of that.
I just
it's just going to continue to get worse for Mr. Beast. I mean,
if this does get worse enough for Chris, where charges actually do get filed, and then we see him like the orange jumpsuit, and he's just like he doesn't have like the home warm replacement and all the makeup, so he just looks like a deranged man with like long hair. Yeah, that will be the icing on the cake.
And every article is going to say former Mr. Beast employee, former Mr. Beast employee. It's going to be in every title.
Rolling Stone calling it Chris Ava blah 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 surviving transphobic attacks. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Again, the reason why I say that he went this direction was he's trying to skate responsibility and try to push it off and say you can't criticize. I'm a transformer.
Yep.
Try to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor.
I ask people this about Chris. If he wasn't in the wrong and if he didn't do anything, why would a grown 22-year-old man message a 14-year-old? Never your mind. This is not on Discord. This is privately. He's texting them. What possible reason could he want to do that for?
None.
I just don't. Those are always pretty huge red flags. Just saying. Oh, no, not that one. Nope. I ain't getting in trouble. I like that video, but I'm not on YouTube. Because he says in there that Chris Tyson tried to F kids. That not try to get me killed.
Better that you just say it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Oh, shit, we're live?
I hate life.
Oh, wait, this has been live this whole I thought we were just talking amongst ourselves.
Live? What are you saying? Oh, guys, surprise, surprise. As Andrew Tate's in that video, the lady, the Secret Service lady, she stepped down after she got grilled.
Oh,
yeah. Guys, it's just a total coincidence that 8 days after a presidential candidate was almost assassinated in front of the entire world, that the sitting president of the United States decides to end his campaign, and the sitting director of the Secret Service also just resigns. It's complete coincidence. Don't look into it. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Be a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, you don't want to be a
That's the
wacko
worst
or
thing to
anything like
be.
that. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Chris Tyson may be an alleged kid diddler, but let's not be transphobic here, right?
Right.
Because that's the most important thing of this story.
And that's what the media keeps running with, and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. Everything is trying to bring up the whole point that he's Transformer, and trying to escape the responsibility and everything that he was doing prior to.
Oh my god, I
God,
truly hate
sucks.
the world. God, maybe I should go to the movie theater and watch Despicable Me 4. Maybe I should. A genius. All right, guys. Do you realize what a black man can do under these circumstances?
What's the framing of this question?
Nothing.
I feel like that's loaded.
Oh shit! All right, so that's pretty much it. I gotta go get some stuff done. I'm just kidding. What do you?
He's gonna do some research again for
he doesn't have a
like 9 minutes, maybe.
I'm gonna go look.
Nothing exceeding 30.
I'm gonna go look at some OnlyFans pages for women.
If they're troons, they're not women. So don't lie.
I'm looking at naturally born women.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That female penis is bigger than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kid's gonna research those booty pics. Definitely not. That's fucking gay. That's actually gay. You know. That's actually disgusting. It's so gross. Shut up.
No less than 9 minutes of research. You got to be thorough.
Yep. No less. Stop.
You agreed to it. I got you. You agreed to it.
The guy's ugly, man. He couldn't even pass for a good-looking troon, let alone a Decepticon. Oh, shit. Oh, God. He's just so damn ugly. Why did he ever choose to be a girl?
Well, he didn't.
I mean, not only do they look like an abomination, but then like when they finally like do chop it off, it just smells like a gaping wound, like all over the place, and then like they have to like constantly try to keep their gaping wound from healing shut like naturally. So they have to like put like
keep in mind, he never even went to full surgery. He never did it. Most people aren't. I will say this, most people are never really going through with that. Very few of them actually do. This is just a fad people want to just be on right now because they want to be inclusive and an ally, as they say. God, I bet Chris never did a men's ranking video, but you know who did? Hey,
we never finished. Hey, you want to know what? We never finished that list.
Hey, I can finish all those guys on that list.
You don't know what we're going to do. You can guess, but you don't know.
Hey. You could it's so easy to make a dude blow his load. You know how easy that is?
I mean, you would know from experience.
Definitely not. I'm not gay.
That's how he's going to get that final 10 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, man.
The next thing, MSK is going to come in. You're like, he's like, hey, my name is Gene. I want you to refer to me as she, them pronouns.
Do you like my new weave?
Oh, John, I know society loves John De La Rose, you know, not about that previous situation that happened, last week. Nothing happened. None of you talk about that.
You mean when he burned his bridge with the Geeks and Gamers group?
Allegedly, hypothetically, in Minecraft.
No, Jeremy went on Words of Paradise's show and pretty much said that bridge is thoroughly burned. So.
Allegedly, he said that on World of Paradise,
Mm-hmm.
But I want to show you guys this. This is the writer. This is the writer on Deadpool #7 for when Deadpool dies. He has immortality, and his daughter.
Is it another Decepticon?
What the fuck is that?
Yep, that's kind of what I was expecting. Doesn't it just seem like all the demons are just walking out of hell and walking among us right now? Does anyone else get that feeling?
He looks like
Make
one of those.
asylums great again.
What were those little toys that had the different colored hair? Those little
the troll dolls.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Well, it goes
fuck.
back to that great meme is that in the wild, at least dangerous animals have colors to identify them.
He has the hairstyle that says, "My only jobs I can get were
Toxic.
child molester and comic book artist."
God, is that all Marvel can hire right now? Really?
No, that's all they want to hire right now. They can hire
Yep.
competent people to do comic books, but they want those people there. So
That looks
Yeah.
like
that's what you get.
that looks like every fucking fat fuck in community colleges talking about we're gonna take back the patriarchy. Fucking
Yeah.
ugh. That's right in your comic books.
The
people.
way the way that comic book industry has just completely fallen apart over the last several years, I feel like we all owe Xenoscope like an apology. Like a handwritten like note of apology. It's like, you know what, maybe I was too hard on you. Maybe
Perhaps I judged you harshly.
yes. Perhaps I went a little too hard on the paint. That's
No, like I tell people this. I love comics, and I always tell people this. There is good stuff that has come out. People just have to really just look for it. And when I say that, the problem here is like there's so much coming out that you would have to look forward to. I would say this: if you want to consume good stuff, narrow your pull list down to like 3 people max. I would say, and I wouldn't even say you have Marvel DC. You could have Image, you could have Dark Horse. There have been. I mean, I can't recommend enough the Transformers Volume 1 Robots in Disguise from Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spencer. Right? It really is truly amazing, honestly. There is anything I would say. There's good stuff in there. You just really have to look. It's just really all it is. But you shouldn't have to do that. They should be just producing good stuff across the board that you want to just inherently get into. But then again, there's always going to be more bad than good. In my opinion, there's always going to be more bad than good. Like, how much good really outweighs the bad? Most of the time. Not much, generally. But what do I know?
At this point, we got so much bad. At this point, we got so much bad. It's like, it's literally not only just tipping the scale, it's literally just like flying the scale off the table entirely. It's like, there's just no weight distribution at all.
No, not a Furby doll. You could use, that could work. I still want those more humanoid looking ones with the flaming hair. Yeah, they're trolls. Yeah, those. Fucking hell. That's who Marvel's hiring. You better just getting Gail Simone. She's my lovely default.
Well, the problem is they started bringing in those people little by little to earn their diversity points, but then they gradually took over like a cancer, and now they're in the top positions, so that's all they're hiring. Just like Society said, there's untapped potential out there. They're not willing to hire them. This is what they're looking for. People whose main interests are not comic books, not even close. Most of them don't even like comic books. What they like is their Activision. Not Activision,
Wow.
video game company.
Whoa.
Activision. I can't say that word, but you know what I'm saying.
Activision?
Got it.
Activision?
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
No problem.
Pull the Nat Quack.
I pulled the Nas quack.
Fuck, fucking hell. So speaking of Ryan Reynolds, because he's been in the news, obviously he had a huge smash hit movie that came out.
He had a movie
Ryan
come
Reynolds, allegedly. Ryan Reynolds on if he would watch Green Lantern with his family. He says, and I quote, "I would actually genuinely rather watch just a fucking 24-hour marathon of Paw Patrol."
Right?
This movie quite literally is dog shit.
That's
You
probably
wanna know
the
what?
worst comic book movie ever made.
Really, to be perfectly honest, you could, with what he did in the end credit scenes of Deadpool 2, it proved truly how he felt about Green Lantern. That I think that was not just a dig at it clearly was his hating of being Green Lantern. Though I still kind of find it hilarious in the opening credits of the first Deadpool of the Green Lantern card coming out of the wallet.
Right.
Oh, apparently the Hawk 2 girl has a hater.
Oh, yeah,
Shocker.
Why this news?
It's not.
Popular person has haters. That's like every person ever. The girl who got popular for like basically saying she likes sucking dick has a hate. What?
And again, oh my God, other
this.
women don't like more popular women.
Yeah.
Fucking shocking, right?
What is this? Is volume up? Oh Lord, do I have to hear a needy modern woman bitch talk? God, why are they allowed to vote?
If you're the girl that says Hawkta, you're not that funny. You shouldn't have gotten a manager team and moved to LA. She does not like her. Grow up.
Why do you
You're
hate
not
her?
that famous. Because okay, there's so many people on Vine and on YouTube that got famous, and from one video, we don't know who they are. They didn't get a manager team and move to LA like weirdo.
You sound
I'm sorry, but like you're not that big. Like relax.
Oh yeah, that's hey. Oh my goodness, it's a Eric July hater.
Right.
Mhm.
I will say, I don't disagree with her. I think she said some pretty.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with her, but it's also coming out of sheer jealousy too.
Yep.
Two
Yeah,
things can be true.
yeah. I do think she's jealous it wasn't her, but that is true.
Yeah.
Like, is that really worth packing up your entire life and going to LA of all people, the place known for like women having to do some open lettuce stuff to
You wanna know what's kind of humorous about that video? Is her friend right behind it going, she's normally not like this. So she's definitely acting it up for the camera.
God,
Her friend was back there. If you listen, she's like, she's not like this.
dude, women ain't shit. Women are pieces of shit to each other. Their friends right there saying, "You ain't shit. Shut up." And oh fuck. Woo! We live in a great world, people. But yeah,
I hate this bitch. Now my boyfriend now expects me to huck to him all the time now.
I will say, girls, if you don't spit on it, you're just a fucking idiot. And again, I've had many jobs before in my life, so I would know. Plenty of experience, Well,
when was the last time your Sealy extra firm pillow hucked to on you?
who told you to say that out loud?
Last time he saw a pillow, he was hawk-toing on someone else.
Yes, and she thoroughly enjoyed it.
She.
Just for the record here, while this is all going on, we do have, in fact, a UFC pay-per-view going on at the moment. They're in the UK. They decided to go live on the UK. It wasn't something that they did earlier in the day or people. This is a live show. It is currently 4:21 in the morning in the UK. You got about 20,000 fans there struggling to stay alive, watching one of the most boring cards of the entire year. And so that humors me in multitude of ways. So
that's how MSK got that hat from that trucker. I bought this from the G&G meetup from Jeremy. I said this on stream.
Sure you did.
These people
Jeremy got some explaining to do.
These people play revisionist history on shit I've said on stream. I said I bought this from the meetup in Las Vegas from Jeremy. I even asked him, "Did you ever date a black girl?" He said no. Good.
I can confirm he disappeared for like 20 to 30 minutes and he came back with that hat at the meetup. So,
and the chain. The chain's cool. I can't wear it because it might break and my head's too big. But
right.
Oh, God. Good Lord.
We're living in 1984, baby.
Goodness, man.
History will constantly be revised.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I really do got to get some of this stuff done. We'll be heading out in about 5 minutes. We'll do outros in a little bit. Remember, tomorrow, everyone, open like my asshole. Always open for business with women.
For troons.
The female penis.
No.
That sounds more like a question, not a.
I kind of like the licking of the clitoris and stuff. Wait, do you suck on a clitoris or lick it? I don't care, honestly.
If you can't tell the difference between that and the penis, then I mean, there's
okay, that's okay. That you just went far left. No pun intended there. That's
it's like he's trying to like put together like his own table from IKEA. He just started on like step 9. It's like I think there's a few steps you missed in between there.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I was that customer that bought a laptop, and I was like, "It's not coming on." It wasn't even plugged into the wall. I was strict that dude. Like, why it's not working?
That Indian dude hated you too. You were over there on car service. It's like, did you try turning the computer on? It's
no,
like,
I didn't call Indian guy. I just read the instructions. I was like, wait, I can't read. I'm black. But no,
my friend, have you considered the fact that you may be morally retarded?
I am always going to say this: missionary position is overrated. Just saying, always has been, always will. You know.
Well, if you're getting doggied by your girlfriend, that's not your girlfriend. So.
I wasn't gonna say that, but nice flex. Okay, I was.
I'm a big fan of. I mean, I'm a big proponent and fan of doggy style. That way I'm enjoying myself. The woman can be doing her taxes or writing or watching a movie, and
keep in mind.
And if you got an ugly girlfriend, you don't have to see her face. So it's a win-win for everybody.
If you ever smash a fat bitch, you can do doggy style tour because you're not trying to look at her face. That might actually make you flaccid.
I mean, is that doggy style or is that just like whale style? I mean, you know, it's a little bit.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Cowgirl is better than missionary. Just saying. Let the girl do all the work. You know, I'm a hot, rich, working man. You know, let her do some work. Honestly, you know, fucking hell. Give me a second. I gotta.
Oh, if that is true, then you would have someone pay. You would have already paid someone to get that TV up on the mount.
That's not a TV mount. Why do you guys care what goes on in my house?
It's going on a coffee table I don't have yet.
Coffee table? Who has those anymore?
Well, what else are you gonna put it on? A fucking milk crate? Do something.
I'm lazy, like most black people. And I'll do something at some point.
Who buys a TV they're never going to fucking watch or plug in or take out of the box?
The ultimate procrastinist. I can't even say that word. Procrastinist.
You guys are doing NASQuacks full hard tonight.
Yeah, really. Why do today what you can put off till tomorrow?
Damn, man. Oh, shit. Give me a moment. Okay, just making sure I get these messages out. Okay, lots of women are talking to me. A lot of them are. Holy crap!
And I swear to God, only half of them have an Adam's apple.
Well, will you stop watching porn so we can end this show?
MSK hates missionary because he has to look at the ceiling. No, missionary is just gay. Like missionary's a woman position, actually. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're the woman in a relationship, then I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm more of a power top, but that's just me personally, you know?
Sure.
Everyone, even when I did the show with Professor Savage Chat, Wednesday Top G, people kept saying, when are we getting a show called Thursday Power Bottoms? So what? Thursday show just called Power Bottom G's. What? That would be the gayest show ever. Why doesn't fight on like right-wing gay men or something? Good Lord. MSK, show us your bed. It's over there. There you go. Send me money.
It's in the other. It's in one of the other rooms in the mansion.
Yeah. It's in my shed.
I ain't touching that one.
Shit. Oh God. Oh fuck. So Iron said he's coming back out to my house very soon. You know, he's gonna come out earlier the day so he can hang out and see the great desert that I live in.
I never said that, but okay.
All right. Yeah, Professor Savage Chat. Hopefully he'll be back soon. I'm pretty sure he's just dealing with stuff regarding like getting his kids set up for school and stuff like that, which you know, there's a lot.
He's got some work life stuff going on.
I thought it had something to do with surgery.
All right. Okay. Drunken Era, what's start with you? What do you got planned coming up besides being Indian?
The killer show tomorrow with open spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. Looking forward to that one. And then work good. and then back to my boring life.
Okay. So I'm the only bright spot in your life that you look forward to having on.
If that makes you sleep better at night, and then yes, that's exactly it. Yeah.
It won't, but it just validates my existence. All right. Society, what you got planned? Besides
yeah, right. Tomorrow we'll be doing Bible Ends episode. We'll be talking about the false gospels of the world from people who reject eternal security. So that's tomorrow's episode. Tuesday, I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about the Olympics ceremony. We're going to be talking about Robert Downey Jr. We'll be talking about a few other things. That's Tuesday night on the Bar Room. There will not be a Friday night movie club next week because the movies kind of suck. There's nothing really worth watching. So those are the two streams I got coming up, and I got some stuff going on for Bounding as well. We got the 01 stream and a few videos that I'll have in the course of next week. So that's it.
Yes, sir. Whenever you want to do movies, just let me know so I can pick a day to watch it. You know, the next I'll let Iron go because I'll just cloud chase myself, honestly.
All I got going on right now is gonna have
goodbye, everyone. Have a good night.
All right, cool.
Well, you can go ahead and
he
finish.
is still live. Yeah, Weekly Rugs Gallery over on my channel every Friday, 5:30 p.m. PST. And I might be on the spoiler show tomorrow.
Might be. You never
MSK,
know.
have you ever been diagnosed with autism?
I've been diagnosed with naggerism.
So that's a yes.
I don't know. I don't listen to hip hop.
I'm not really a big fan of black people. I'm kind of a more fan of like the slave movies. But wait. All right. Crazy life we live, you know? What was I gonna say?
Nothing. You were going to say absolutely fuck all.
Hey, I had a thought coming up. So
And it was fleeting.
Leading into the show tomorrow. So this is what I want to bring up for people who don't know. Normally, it's now moving forward since I don't have Savage Dad anymore. He left me. Until I get him back, Wednesday and Sundays for shows. If you get a one-on-one, or if you get any show when we're doing stuff like this, keep in mind that those. I'll just say it this way: Wednesday and Sundays are wild card days. You could either get one-on-ones, you could get a panel show, or you could get game streams. Wildcard days are Sundays and Wednesdays. Probably keep it that way moving forward, even if I do get Savage Dad back, which I know I will. Obviously, I can easily get him back. I know how to get men back. I know how to satisfy every man I've ever been with, honestly. And we have Cloud9 podcast episodes going to Rumble, Iron Man podcast, and Cloud9 podcast episodes coming out on the podcasting platforms. That way, if you cannot have watched live, you can catch at your audio pleasures when you're at work. What else? Oh, yes. New content is dropping. I know I'm behind on stuff, guys. I know. But the videos are getting done. I'm just going to be releasing them to you. And I just started my full day of going back to the movie theater series that I had on my previous big YouTube channel when I was popular and made money. It's okay. And it's back. It's back. You know, I'll be doing this with movies that I want to see. You know, the next one I'm going to be doing it for is M. Night Shyamalan's Trap movie. Actually, don't get it confused with anything else. It's literally a movie called Trap, not the traps you guys think about. Okay, not trap cards from
you. Mean the ones that you think about, apparently? Because I mean, apparently they're
Yeah.
all up in your mind.
No. I love the real women. I love the natural vaginas that I get to suck on actually and make women blow their load. So, after that, we have tomorrow, Sunday, 7 p.m. PST. Deadpool Wolverine. Open spoiler discussion. Obviously, I'll send out the links close to when I wrap up the Cloud9 podcast, which is going to start at 5:30 PST. Actually, we'll have that running for like an hour 20 max, and I got to get some rest, and then we'll go and do that show. Actually, and we'll be doing open spoiler discussions for any of the new movies that we watch or anyone else watches that they want to see with me. And then we just have an open spoiler discussion after that, you know? So like if Nate is like, MSK, do you want to watch this movie? I'm like, yeah, I'll go see it. And then we do an open spoiler discussion. So yeah, open spoiler discussions are back, but they're only for the newest movies coming out. This could work for Netflix shows. Or Netflix. It's all, yeah, streaming movies are included in that too, you know? But with streaming, it could be something older, which got to evaluate. If it's part of a franchise, I can't yet until I do the projects for movies and TV and anime. But if it's something new that you guys want to check out that we could do a spoiler discussion for, let's do it. I know Society did it for like that John Cena movie that came out a while ago. But you know, John Cena is one of the actors of all time. Let's just say that.
Apparently, there was a rumor out there that he may be the new Terminator because they're going to do another Terminator movie. This time it's John Cena instead of Arnie.
Hey,
that's your girl.
She left me.
Yeah,
Tiny left me for a Mexican.
She was so glad of being out of your presence. She actually decided to stand up. So
hey! I saw her first on Wednesday.
It's almost like your presence just forces her into that wheelchair.
We're not going down that road. Not going down that road at all. So you telling me she left me for Goku? How can I compete with that? Like, fuck. Oh, God. Iron really did leave for good. She left you for That's Tiny with a different mentally ill individual. That's Fuzi. He's weird. Oh my God. You guys are insane. Let's see. All right. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man podcast. Hopefully you guys had a great week and weekend as we get through the rest of this weekend, actually. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Peace. Deuces. Goodbye.